morning, wonderful listeners of GhanaTalks Radio. You are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. You are tuned into your favorite online radio station, the only online radio station you can carry along wherever you go. This is the news headline review. Here we bring you the latest headline making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports to entertainment and everything in between. We got you covered with the most relevant stories. As usual, I remain your host, Esnafia Gbedu. And today on my news headline review is Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless. Good morning, my able panelists.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
I am doing good.
How are you doing?
And I am fine.
Oh, good. It looks like I can't hear your voice.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm
now.
fine.
You are fine.
Yeah.
Very fine.
Very fine.
Oh, goody. How was the lighthouse yesterday?
Oh, we had lights.
Is
Unlike some people.
Is it Doomso or Doomsiesie?
Okay, so I wouldn't say it's doom, so I wouldn't say it's doom CC. It is what it is.
You think it's normal? It can happen
it's
at
normal
any time.
and it can happen at any time. But I feel that we shouldn't be hypocrites, because it's something that always occurs. Even during Mahama in his past administration, it occurred. Nanado's past administration, it occurred, and now it is occurring again. I feel that it will take a longer period of time before this issue is being resolved. So I would plead that we all should exercise patience, aside it's causing havoc. So the little thing I can tell the people out there, omudum laita mundun munyamano and san or masa so, because I thought that power now almost so power now bano is very, should I say, large or huge, so it sometimes causes fire outbreak. So we should be really careful, especially with our electrical gadgets and all that.
I also advise that when it is light out like that, we should try as much as possible to put off all our gadgets. So that when the light comes, when the light comes on, it comes with this kind of power, with this kind of heat. All right, let's dive straight into our headlines for today. Lands Minister proposed overhaul of current mining license regime. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Kofi Amaboa, has called on the Minerals Commission to become a central ally in the fight to protect Ghana's natural resources. The minister made this appeal during a strategic meeting held with the management and staff of the Minerals Commission, emphasizing the urgency of reforming existing regulatory structures and halting activities that have contributed to environmental degradation. Illegal mining has remained one of the most pressing challenges confronting Ghana's natural resource management in recent years. Despite numerous efforts by successive governments to curb the practice, illegal mining continues to pose a significant threat to the country's forests, farmlands, and especially water bodies, many of which are now heavily polluted with dangerous chemicals such as mercury. At the heart of the minister's address was a call for the Minerals Commission to take on a more proactive and accountable role in regulating mining activities, particularly in relation to the licensing process. He stressed that the Commission is not only a regulatory body, but also a stakeholder in the broader mission to safeguard Ghana's environmental heritage and ensure responsible exploitation of its mineral resources. Now, let's break the story down. Here are the key highlights of the story. The Lands Minister urged the Minerals Commission to reform its regulatory system, especially concerning mining license, to combat environmental damage and illegal mining. He also emphasized that the Commission should not only regulate but also act as an central partner in protecting Ghana's natural resources. The minister cited the continued environmental degradation caused by illegal mining, especially pollution of water bodies with toxic chemicals like mercury. A push was made for the Commission to be more accountable and dynamic in its operations, aligning with national efforts to ensure sustainable resource management. This is our first headline, which says Land Minister proposes overhaul of current mining license regimen. What do you think? What amendment do you think we can make to our mining licenses that we give to these big mining industries to regulate here in Ghana?
Well, I feel like licenses shouldn't be given to anybody at all to mine, because there should be a criteria that qualifies someone for a license to mine on our land.
Okay.
Because mining is a whole lot, and this same mining is causing us a lot of problems. And you and I can testify to the fact that through this mining, people also mine illegally, and it has brought destruction and a lot of stuffs. Our lands are destroyed, our forest reserves are destroyed, and so is our water bodies. So with overhauling the license, right, that will be given to miners, I think, well, in a way it's good, in a way it's right. And I feel like if someone is coming in for a license, no matter how big the person is, whether the person is a top official or whatever he is, we should ensure that the person meets that criteria. The person meets what he is supposed to do, or go through the necessary procedures to be given a license. Not anyone at all should be given a license, and we shouldn't see the person to be, because the person is a top government official, or because this person does not even meet the necessary procedures or does not meet the necessary criteria, and because we have connections with these people, we go ahead to give them those licenses. And I can tell you, I don't have evidence though, but then I can also say that we have people who go for these licenses, and in the sight of Ghanaians and in the sight of people, they tend to mine legally, but behind the scene they mine illegally. How will you know? So I feel like before the license is being given out, or before someone is being certified for you to mine on our lands, you have to meet every necessary procedure you are going through, or the criteria you are supposed to meet. You should be ready, or the person should just meet that criteria before that license is given to the person. And one thing is, there should be a supervisor that goes around to supervise what is going on, not only giving out the license, but then as time goes on, you go there to check, are these people really mining properly? Is this what they are supposed to do? Are they going contrary to what we ask them to do? With this, we can actually pinpoint those who go in for the license, and then behind doors they mine illegally and still cause havoc to these communities. So with that, it will also help. So I think, for me, that's my thoughts on that.
Miss Regina.
Okay, so in Ghana here, to obtain a mining license, you must be either a duly registered sole proprietorship or a limited liability company with a fully registered company documents from the Registrar General's Department of Ghana. This is what I got after the research.
So that is the criteria that has to do with before you are given a license. These are the things they look out for.
Yeah, it's like you setting up a company. You need to go to the Registrar General's Department to make sure that your company is being registered. Especially, I want to sell fruit juice. The fact that I know how to sell fruit juice doesn't give me the authority to go into the market to sell to anyone just like that. When I'm being met by these personnel from the Registrar General, they can ask me, where is your documents, where is your licenses, where are proof of you being given the authority to go ahead. And it's also like, aside you going to the registrar's office to register your company, you have to as well as go to the FDA to make sure that your products are being approved. You get my point?
Yeah.
So with the licenses, in regards to the license of mining, the criteria, I believe that, as she said, you need to go to the mineral commission. All documents are being given to you, and before the documents are being given to you, they go with you to make sure to examine, to assess, to make sure that everything is on point. First of all, the community that you want to mine in, would that be in favor of the people out there, especially the people in that community? Would it be in favor of them? And also, secondly, what I wouldn't say water body, but would your mining be, or would it affect the people in a negative way, especially the mining, the water bodies aspect, and also some chemicals you are using? So I feel that you register, you don't just register, they go with you, they access everything to make sure that truly you are qualified. Yes, you are qualified. It's the same as you going for an interview. You send your materials,
your
everything.
CV, and
if you are not qualified, they won't
give you the job.
Yes, so if you are qualified, they would give you the job. So you necessarily going to the mineral commission doesn't give you the right, or doesn't mean that you have the right to mine. And there are some people, as she said, some people, they have the right documents for legal mining, but what if they are also involved in illegal mining at their backyard? A video that was circulating online, that was last week, where now people don't mine during the day, but they mine during the night, authorities are not on is a night guard to make sure that this galamsey is stopped. So it might be some people, I always say that people who are in the small scale mining sectors, these people have the legal documents, they have the right properties or the right equipment for mining. So don't you think that these people are the same people channeling all this equipment to these illegal miners, or they are the same people who are involved in the illegal mining? So aside the necessary steps one needs to take before you are given the legal documents, I feel that the Mineral Commission should really be on standby to make sure that they implement strategic measures that would make sure that these people are only involved in the legal mining but not illegal mining.
Okay, so what has our local communities also have to play in this, since it's the Minerals Commission that is supposed to give them the license to operate in a particular area? What do you think the locals, as in those that are living in the community, what are some of the roles they can play in this whole overhaul and reform process?
The major role these locals can play, I feel that they have every right to object, because it is their community and not the minerals community. It's like you as a journalist, you go to a town and you talk to the king that, oh, I want to do a vox pop, or I want to speak to some of your people. But the people there, are they willing to talk? Would they even talk to you, even though their king have given you the go ahead? Sometimes you can go to either bus station, you talk to the station master there, but yes, so the drivers there are not willing to talk. So that is how it is. So Mineral Commission giving this miners the legal documents to mine in a community, and the people in the community are not okay with it, they have every right to object to it because it is their community.
Ms. Debbie, you want to add up?
Yes, so I also feel like looks like the concerns of this residents in those mining communities are not
heard
enough. So just as the government for this, what's the name, free SHS policy or whatever, they wanted to adjust things and make things correct. So they brought out a survey that these parents are supposed to fill in, so that so that those parents can actually pour out what their children are facing in the school. I feel like same thing should be done here. Sometimes these residents can be like, no, it won't happen. Won't happen. Do you really have the say? And even is your concerns being heard? Because
even
you have a chief.
At all.
So so long as your chief has spoken, you say ohine kasano or kasa, right? So far as the chief has spoken, there is no way they will come to you, because he is the head and he has given me the go ahead. Whether you say yes or no, that one, it doesn't count. So I feel like there should also be a survey where this resident can actually pour out their grievances. I mean, or even if they are illiterate, they should have people that will go around them, say, what is your
You can
consent?
even do interview,
exactly.
not necessarily like a survey.
Yes. So what are your, I mean, concerns towards this?
With regards to this,
are you happy? I mean, is your chief doing according to your wish, or he's doing according to his wish? So with all this, I think we can stand on it and then sit down, plan, and actually know the right steps to take to, I mean, make sure that all this thing doesn't occur again, especially when it has to do with illegal mining that we are seeing. Okay. So I feel with this, it will help as well.
But you see, the Minerals Commission, when they give you the license, I feel as if they don't go back to check if indeed what you said you are using the land for, if you are using it properly.
That is why in my first submission I said that there should be a supervisor. You know, we lack that in this country, not even in illegal mining, even in education. You know, every time, like in and out, we allocate funds for, let me say, the health sector. I'm just using that to cite an example. Fine. The health sector, the education sector. We do not go to the ground to check whether this money is being used for the right purposes.
So lack of supervision.
Exactly. You see, where we went for the reporting, the Abokobi, whatever, the man said the money that is being has been allocated for that work, he says they are not doing it, and they are even selling the sand. The sand that is supposed to be used for the construction. You see, so there should be a very tight supervision on this. Someone who will go around ensure that, and that person should be a non-partisan person. It should be like a middleman. I mean, you are not for A, you are not for B. With that, we can do it properly. But when you go for someone to supervise all this work, and the person is affiliated to a particular political party, then we cannot, I mean, fight it. So there should be a tight supervision. You go around, then you ensure that these people are doing the right thing. And so far as you are a supervisor, you are there for the people. So even if they are bribing you, you shouldn't take it. And that should even be a stance for you to take. I mean, they have a name for it. When you are given a license, maybe you go contrary to it, and I mean, they revoke it or they take it back. There is a name they use, but I've forgotten. So, I mean, that license has to be taken, and then that contract has to be terminated. So you don't you don't mine again. So supervision is very necessary, and I think we don't really take it necessary in this country. Yeah, we should start now.
Well, I feel like if the reform process, which has to do with the overhauling of the license the Minerals Commission gives to these people to go and mine in communities, it shouldn't just be with the mining commission, but with also the local community as well, especially with the chiefs. Because here lies the case, if there's lack of supervision, the chiefs are there to supervise the people and make sure that they are doing the right thing. But here lies the case, we don't have honest chiefs. They go back door, they pay them, and then the people just do whatever they want to do in the community, and then they just go away. So maybe they could come on an agreement. If you have been given the license to operate a mining site here in our community, this is what you are going to do for the community. Maybe you are going to build a public toilet. Maybe you are going to build schools, maybe a hospital or a clinic. And I think that is going to go back ways. In as much as you are losing the land, you are getting something back in return. If that is going to work for us, I think it will be a good idea. But I'm not encouraging galamsey or mining. But it should be like, if you come to our community to come and work, or to set up an organization, at least those that are living in the community should benefit from your works as well. Not only that the workers or whatever company comes into that community just to come and maximize profits by neglect the well-being of the people living in that community.
Okay, so before you move on, I researched then how to acquire small-scale mining license in Ghana, the process involved. So the process is actually 8. So the first step is to submit your application. I don't want to, because of time, so I'll just brush
through.
So the first one is to submit your application. The second one is to submit to Mineral Titles Department. The third one is Mineral Title Department publishes in the Gazette. And the fourth one is application dossier. The fifth step, minister takes decision. That is, after completing these steps, you are ready to start your business. You need to renew your license every 3 years.
Every 3 years.
Every 3 years. So the sixth step is approval or rejection. 21 days notification to applicants and fees payable if approved. Reasons are given if rejected. So step 7 is applicable fees. Within 60 days, applicant pays applicable fees and gives notice of acceptance of the grant to minister and commission in writing. And the last step is license. Minister, on proof of payment of applicable fees, issues license to applicants within 30 days after the date of acceptance of the grant. So these are the steps, 8 steps one needs to take before legal documents are being given to you in regards to small scale mining.
With all the steps you've read and that has been outlined out there, do you think these small miners, these small mining companies, they actually go through the whole process?
Yeah, I feel that they go through the whole process, because if you don't go through all those processes, there's no way you would get your license
to mine.
And there's a place stated here that when your application is being given, they take it, they notify chiefs, local chiefs as well. So that is where Ebiana intercede, but then they reject your
application.
Yeah.
But looking at our system right now, it doesn't look like they reject the application.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
because
for selfish gains and
yeah,
then greediness, people would take it, even if it was going to affect people living in the community.
You know, they take money. And I'm sure it's not thousands of this, it's not 2,000, it's not 3,000.
It's definitely a whole lot of money.
Huge amount of money.
All right, moving on. Chinese government prosecuting nationals deported from Ghana over Galamsey. The government's decision to deport foreign nationals involved in illegal mining and other crimes rather than prosecute them locally is drawing mixed reactions from sections of the public. Some Ghanaians have questioned why citizens involved in similar offences are prosecuted in Ghana while foreign offenders are deported. Checks have confirmed that foreign nationals, once deported, are handed over to law enforcement authorities in their home countries for prosecution. Sources at the Ministry of the Interior revealed that Ghana's foreign missions, including the embassy in China, monitor the legal proceedings closely and provide regular updates to the ministry. The Chinese government has expressed support for Ghana's actions, describing the involvement of its nationals in illegal mining as disgraceful and damaging to the strong diplomatic relationship between two countries. Ghana continues. So here are the key highlights of the story. Ghana continues to deport foreign nationals involved in illegal mining, that is Galamsey, rather than prosecuting them domestically. This has sparked public debate, with some questioning the fairness of prosecuting locals while foreigners are deported. The report indicates that deported foreigners, particularly Chinese nationals, are being prosecuted in their home countries. Ghana's foreign missions, such as the embassy in Ghana, monitor these cases and report back to the Ministry of the Interior. Why should they go back to their country for them to be prosecuted when the crime they committed is right here in Ghana? And then my question is, indeed, if they are deported and then they are persecuted, why do they come back again? Because I believe if someone is used as a scapegoat, that's, if I go to Ghana and I go and mine, even if I don't serve my sentence in Ghana, if they'll deport me into my country and they will prosecute me, so I'm not going back. Is there something like that?
Well, I don't really know.
Because why deport them when you can equally punish them here?
Yeah.
Because yesterday I saw in the news that a Ghanaian in Nigeria committed a crime and has been sentenced 15 years in jail. So if these people are doing it, assuming you also go to Chinese to go and commit that same crime, don't just deport you. So why are we doing otherwise? Is it because we are scared we are not going to benefit from them again?
Which benefit?
Oh, you know, with regards to
China rice, China mpabwa, China bags.
That is where we get our machineries, our mobile phones, and all of that. That's where we import them from. What do you make of it?
I feel that deportation is just, it only serves as a deterrent and also a minor punishment to these nationals. But it doesn't serve as a long-standing punishment in the sense that why should these people come into our country, destroy our water bodies, engage in illegal mining, engage in stealing, engage in crime, then at the end of the day, these people, the only punishments they are being served with is deportation. Whereas when it comes to the Ghanaian national itself, you are being detained, even though they don't. As we stated the last time, for illegal mining, when you are being caught, you need to serve up to 15 to 25 years.
15 to 25 years.
But it looks like none of that has been implemented yet, because all the people we hear of them being arrested, and then at the end of the day, they are being bailed out again. That is one thing we need to ask ourselves: is our judicial system really working? I feel that these Chinese people are exploiting the loopholes in our judicial process. They are exploiting the loopholes in our judicial process in the sense that they know, say, our judicial process is not working. So the only thing they can do is collaborate with the government, take their Chinese nationals out of Ghana, bring them back safely into the country. And how would you even know that prosecution is ongoing on these people? They can give false statements, they can give you false results or anything that you want to hear. But deportation only serves as a minor or a temporal punishment. It's not a stable one. They need to be detained here.
It's not really hard.
Exactly.
What if the person just wants to go back to their country? So what they want to do, and then they don't have the funds for it. So what they want to do is, maybe I'm going to involve myself in illegal mining, and then definitely I know they will deport me. And that's how I get to go back to my country.
You know, deportation doesn't solve the problem of illegal mining. Or if they are being deported, how do you know that once they are being deported, these people going back into their country, they are not going to find another victim to feed on, another prey to eat on? Because they might go into another country where mining is allowed there and still feed on those people. So I think that strategic measures needs to be put in place to make sure that they are deterred permanently from indulging or involving themselves in illegal mining. I think yesterday Omari made an example where these chamfines and excavators we are using are being brought out from China to Ghana. So as he said, what if that some political people or political influencers or rich people or businessmen are
actually behind it?
Behind this. You know, not all these people have the money to come into Ghana, because China quite wapa and looking at the visas and all that, the money involved. So they might go butter trade. Let me give you chamfine, you bring me into the country.
True.
So deportation is not a permanent solution. No, it is not a permanent solution.
Miss Debbie,
it shows how unserious we are as a country, and secondly, it tells the world how we are not ready to fight illegal mining. Because a foreign national, this is a serious issue that we are not supposed to take it very slightly. A foreign national having, this is not his or her, there are many, they are 30 in number, having their way into the country, and they are not involved in any legal work, and the only thing they do here is illegal mining. And these people have been arrested, and it is known to the public that they have been involved in such a big crime. And the only thing you could think of is to deport them. I mean, how does it sound to you? It sounds like we don't know what we are doing.
What we are doing, exactly.
And yes, and we are not ready. That's it. We are just not ready to fight illegal mining. We are not ready because we, the people claiming to fight illegal mining, are the same people involved in it. So if I want to keep illegal mining, as I claim, and I'm involved in illegal mining, how do I survive? So the only thing I can do is to pretend and assure you that I'm doing my possible best to fight illegal mining, whilst I'm not. And it is plain and it is very clear. These people have been arrested. They should be prosecuted. They should be jailed. And even Ghanaians that are caught involved in illegal mining, they are jailed. And I wasn't really surprised because even our own people that we find involved in illegal mining, we jail them, it doesn't even get anywhere. So what of a foreign national?
What if a foreign? They will think we are not serious.
It's not they will think, they know we are not serious. And it was even sad when I heard the Chinese government now illegal mining, he is saying that it is very disgraceful. And he will make sure that he prosecutes his people. And we that own the land, we don't see it to be something that is very disgraceful. We don't see it to be something that is very bad. And we don't even have that full assurance that this Chinese government is going to prosecute his people. Who knows? Maybe the Chinese government even have connections with our people. So it's just, let me just say, something to make you feel like even though they are being deported, we are not going to allow them to go like that. And deporting them doesn't prevent them from coming back to their country to mine again. But if I'm a Chinese and my people comes to your country to mine illegally and you allow them to go scot-free, it means it's a plus to me. I can also come and mine and go. A whole Aisha was arrested. She was released. Someone who is not a foreign national having Ghana card, mining illegally.
Yes, she was actually having a Ghana card.
A Ghana card. We couldn't do anything. Obionye Ghana, she's
hey, we are corrupted though.
Very corrupted.
Wow.
She's perfectly a Ghanaian.
Yes, so why Ghanaian? Anna.
Why wouldn't they marry when they come and they are doing this thing? They end up, you know what I'm trying to say. And you know our people,
it was a scam.
Do you know our problem? I don't know how we see these people, these white people. We see them like angels falling from the sky. Go to their place and see whether they regard you as a human being. To the extent of allowing them. See, we have a problem. And I feel like where we've got into, it is only God that can save us. Yeah.
God is even
if not,
tired
then maybe
of us.
have to elect me so that.
Miss Regina, you want to add up?
Yeah. So these are 3 reasons why we are against deportation of these nationals.
Okay.
So first of all, it's lack of accountability. Deportation might not hold these individuals accountable for the environmental damage and other harm caused by their actions. So now that they've destroyed our water bodies, especially with dangerous chemicals, causing deformities in childbirth and all that, causing death, who is supposed to account for that? We or the Ghanaians involved in illegal mining, even though they also play a role or they play a part in it. This Chinese national need to stay and be accountable for their actions. I will say a triomaso. Secondly, insufficient punishment. Some of us, especially, might think that deportation is not a severe punishment enough, especially if the individuals involved have profited significantly from their illegal activities. The gold, and yes, even if
that's
the
a lot
gold,
of money.
yes, even if the gold is like this,
that's a lot of money.
It's very huge. So the money they've got here, they are sending it to their country to enjoy with their family. No. After destroying it, they need to stay. Then we punish them. The money, in fact, the money they need to take it from them. The goods, they need to retrieve it from them. And lastly, potential to repeat offenses, as I said earlier. They might go into other communities or other countries and repeat the same offense because they know they will always go scot-free. So our Ghanaian leaders, please, it's high time we start thinking like, should I use our brother Burkina Faso?
No, you
president?
can't go to Burkina Faso and go and do that.
Exactly, you can't go there
They'll
to do
kill
that.
you.
We need to start thinking like that man. You know, Mahama is too gentle. He is gentle. He needs to start ruling with iron hands. You know that Operation Shoot to Kill on my game. You know, yesterday when I go, I thought about it, and trust me, it's very good.
It will work.
It would work.
Okay, he gave out some conditions that if you are selling in that area, they'll tell you not to go there. Just leave the miners there. So that's fine.
Yeah. So in Shoot to Kill, we catch you. No time to waste. Then we kill you.
This really reminds me. I saw something yesterday where a minister was telling President Mahama that he should be, ruthless to political officials.
When it comes to certain things like this, you for J or I.
Exactly. Like corruption like this, you don't know anybody call your brother, your siblings or something. You just have to, I don't know you. It's just like your brother being a teacher. In the house, he's your brother. When you get to the school, he's not your brother, he's your teacher. Because when he's teaching you, you're not getting it right. Trust me, he will cane, he will even lash you than your other colleagues. So this is what he should do. But if you're saying, oh, he's my sister, when I was in opposition, he helped me, or if I should do this, then we are not serious.
So you the president, you should make sure that your family or any of your family doesn't involved in anything that would one day go against him or go against you yourself. Because it would be very difficult for me to see that my sister is involved in this. I would although arrest and prosecute, but so for me to avoid that, I would make sure that I wouldn't involve you in any of this. That is why politics shouldn't be family and friends. You see, as a family and friends. So it's difficult for them to even prosecute people because madam for. Hey, at your forcing.
So you see, upon all this shouts and stuff, if President Mahama coming up with this oral team and whatever, they are not able to prosecute even one person, we will boot them out. they won't even talk much. No, now Ghanaians, we've learned. We are growing. So by 2026, you won't come and stand and be telling us something else.
You boot them out. Deportation alone is not punishment for these foreigners who engage themselves in illegal mining. This is where we end our news headline for today. Up next, we have Debbie's Girl.
Good morning once again, and thank you for joining me on Debbie's Grill. We grill, we toast, and then we drain truth. Nothing but the truth, void of politics, fear, or favor. Now you see, there is a habit, that is very common of late, and I can see that this is something that have become so common to us that we do almost every day in every situation, and I feel like it seems that's the only solution. Now, what am I talking about? Of late, I've noticed something, that in every situation we will always come out with a committee. Now, before that, let's read this. Minister of Sport and Recreation Kofi Adams made it know that they are going to set up a 7-member committee of inquiry to investigate matters connected to the death of a Nigerian boxer, Gabriel Oluwasegun. You see, so this boxer from Nigeria, you and I know this whole story when he collapsed. Whilst you understand, they were fighting in the ring, and unfortunately he passed away. And the sports team and everybody thought it wise that they are coming up with a committee to investigate the death of this boxer. Now, this is not really my case, or this is not really the case. But what I want us to look at is our interest in coming up with a committee of late is becoming too much. You see, when you come up with a committee to investigate into a matter, and then at the end of the day this committee brings out what you are looking for, then it is applaudable that we come in with a committee like in every situation and in everything. But you see, of late we are so interested in setting up a committee, 10-member committee, 20-member committee, and I don't know whether is the name that sounds so good in our ears, and then at the end of the day we see absolutely nothing. And this is a boxer that died. Unfortunately, he died, and very painful. Yes, I know. And you're coming up with a committee. What exactly are you going to investigate into this matter? Are they going to investigate maybe because he was wrongly hit, or because when they got to the hospital the god realized that he died before they arrived at the hospital? Or what exactly are they, what exactly are their goal for investigating this particular death? And as I said, I don't want to base on this too much, but then I feel like the committee is becoming too much. We should not only have interest in coming up with a committee, because when we come up with a committee and at the end of the day we see nothing happening, then what is the essence of coming up with a committee? Mind you, this committee, we do not just set a committee. It comes with money. You can't tell me you are setting up a committee and the members of the people coming together to set up this committee do not take anything. No, you can't tell me that. Or am I the one not saying the right thing? So the committee is not enough. Coming up with a committee is not enough. Let's do away with coming up with a committee in everything, every slight issue. We are coming up with a committee. In every slight situation, we are coming up with a committee. I think we should sit down, think and analyze what the outcome of that committee will be. Because when you're coming up with a committee on a particular situation, then you are creating the awareness of the public that we are going to investigate into this matter, and then at the end of the day you will be fed with whatever the outcome will be. But you and I know that they set up the committee, they come up with whatever it is, and at the end of the day even this culprit goes scot-free. Is that the essence of we coming up with a committee, of maybe getting to know the problem, and then at the end of the day these people are arrested and they are allowed to go scot-free just like that? If that is our main focus, then there is no need. There is actually no need. Because you can't come up with a committee, bring out people that you feel like they are culpable, and then at the end of the day you allow them to go scot-free. Then it has no basis. So I feel like this thing that has become so normalized of we coming up with a slight issue. Sometimes things happen and you can actually see that, no, with this, when we take this route it will be okay. No, when we sit down and then we draft it this way, it will actually be good. But no, we don't do that. And those are taxpayers' money. Yes, it is a taxpayers' money. But coming up with a committee, as I said earlier on, you can't tell me you are putting people together and you don't give them anything. No, it is still the taxpayers' money. And this is someone who died, unfortunately, so painful, a very painful death. What exactly are you coming up with a committee for? What exactly are you going to investigate? Even if you investigate and the issue comes out that what we are expecting or what we thought it wasn't the real thing, are we ready to take the necessary step from that, from what we found out, or from the answers we've gotten? So I feel it is time we sit down, think. We should think out of the box. We should just think out of the box and come up with, something that will help. I don't want to use a word that keeps popping in my mind, but we should come up with a solution, a better one, of course, and stop these committees because it's not helping. I'm sure you can also testify to the fact that it's not helping, and we should stop spoiling or spreading out taxpayers' money and do the right thing. Thank you for joining me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie. Miss Regina Bless, what do you have for us today?
All right, so today in history 1820, approximately 4,500 British settlers arrived in South Africa, encouraged by the British government to settle in the Eastern Cape, specifically in the area around Algoa Bay, now Port Elizabeth, to strengthen the colony's eastern frontier against the Xhosa people. 1948, the National Party came to power in South Africa, ushering in an era of institutionalized racial segregation known as this oppressive system and forced racial discrimination, denying basic rights and freedoms to the majority black population. However, the rise of apartheid also galvanized resistance, leading to the birth of the South African anti-apartheid movement over the ensuing decades. Figures like Nelson Mandela and organizations like the African National Congress spearheaded the struggle against apartheid, eventually leading to its dismantlement in the early 1990s. 2019 Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir overthrown. 2019 marked a significant turning point in Sudanese politics as President Omar was ousted from power after 3 decades of authoritarian rule, the culmination of months of mass protest demanding democratic reforms. Omar's removal paved the way for a transitional government and renewed hope for a more inclusive and democratic Sudan. The Sudanese revolution serves as a testament to the power of grassroots movements in effecting meaningful change. The Gambia's first democratic transition. In 2017, Adama Barrow was inaugurated as the president of the Gambia, marking the country's first peaceful democratic transition of power since gaining independence in 1965. Barrow's victory over longtime autocrat Yahya Jammeh signaled a new era of democracy and accountability in Gambia, inspiring hope not only within the nation but across the African continent. Moving to some cultural contributions. Beyond political upheavals, April 9th also celebrates the cultural heritage of Africa. From the vibrant rhythms of Afrobeat music to the intricate designs of traditional textiles, the continent's artistic expressions continue to captivate and inspire people worldwide as we reflect on the events of April 9th. We are reminded of Africans' resilience in the face of adversity and its enduring quest for justice, equality, and progress. It is a day to honor the struggles and sacrifices of those who have shaped the continent's history and to renew our commitment to building a brighter future for all Africans. Moving to some Did You Know for today. Did you know that giraffes have a special valve in their neck to stop their brains from getting too much blood when they bend down to drink? Did you also know that the ancient Egyptians had a pet cemetery the Egyptians mummified and buried their pets with their owners, believing that they would be reunited in the afterlife. Did you know that the first computer mouse was made of wood, invented by Douglas Engelbart in 1964? This is where I end today's Today in History. And did you know? Live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Thank you for that fascinating story. I'm interested with the giraffe.
Yeah. Once the giraffes, they have a long neck, so they bend down to drink. And you know,
but if they bend down, how does the water go inside their stomach? Because you know when we are drinking, we stand and then drink. So that one in your head, you know that the water will go. But the giraffe, look at their neck, that long neck, and then they will bend down. How does the water?
But you know, dogs also at times. For dogs, how they are still.
But the giraffe with a longer neck,
they still drink and it enters. It's only cock and hens. I know that when they drink, they raise their heads for the water to pass through.
Oh really?
Oh, yes.
I've not noticed.
It's a cocoa.
I'm not noticing.
When they drink, then they raise their head.
Then they raise their head for the water to sink
And
inside their stomach.
And then cocoa. Oh, it's a cocoa. It's a cocoa. I'm lying.
Oh, I don't know. You're the one telling us.
Producer. Say a cocoa no musia onum osana wapejanity.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Oh, I never knew. I
You
never
don't have hen in your house.
Oh. Producer see me kuomuninari. Alright. This is where we draw the curtains for the first segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Right after this, we'll be coming up with the news at 8 a.m. Please stay with us.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, Namusi level bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Code Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fit spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. Not tune in, and say this is what you see. Baba live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wadding, Jajan.
Ghana Talks Radio, I wo UK abrochimemu era from Ghana mu ha e the sound system me chere spinning machine papa every amano ne aba begu o Ghana mu ha enti se wo ye ayie wo ye engagement wo ye wedding wo ye birthday party political parties are mo ye rally se mo ye asori mo ye crusade so wo bo carnival or any kind of event now wo pe spinning machine papa e bo sound no mu e de dia enya me kanfo GTR sounds e de emawo ye wo live band nso a wo to nsa e de frenya ye betimi ababeboa ama wudwumedi a wudi ene so atimi aye kama pa ye wo enkran poponi mantamo anya aponchi hotel e ho pepepe e na ye butuo odi ane se wo be frɛ empanifo e wo 0546960510 GTR sounds imuode angaza.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning broadcast news on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Deborah Adoso. In today's news highlight, Ato Force and Bus MMDs from awarding contract without Finance Ministry approval. Center for Democracy and Socio-Economic Development files a counter petition against the removal of EC chairperson. Government seeks partners to launch National Airline Transport Minister. Narcotics Control Commission calls on Team Fojo to cooperate on suspicious flight probe. Government suspends contract appointment for retired public servant. There's and many more coming up shortly in the world of business, sports and showbiz. Do stay with me. To our first story, government contracts will no longer be awarded without prior approval from the Ministry of Finance beginning April 3rd, 2025. This is according to the Minister for Finance, Dr. Kaiser Watoforsen, who has issued a firm directive to all ministries, departments and agencies. The instruction delivered during a meeting with chief directors and senior public officials is aimed at tightening control over public expenditure and preventing the award of unauthorized contracts that often place unexpected pressure on the national budget. This is not business as usual, Dr. Fossen said. You cannot award contracts without the express approval of the Ministry of Finance. Every contract must now receive commencement authorization, no commencement certificate, no procurement, he added. He stated plainly that any breach of the directive would attract serious consequences, including possible imprisonment for ministers and chief directors who ignore the new procedures. This is not merely a bureaucratic process, it is a legal requirement, Dr. Fossen said. The directive is in line with the recently amended Public Financial Management Act 2025, which introduces stricter measures to prevent fiscal discipline and hold individuals accountable for unauthorized spending. According to Dr. Fossen, the Ministry of Finance will no longer bear the cost of commitment made outside of approved budgetary processes. The Ministry of Finance will no longer carry the weight of fiscal indiscipline alone, he said. If you are a principal spending officer, you violate this directive, you'll be held personally accountable, he added. Dr. Fossen urged public officials to uphold their responsibilities with integrity, warning that continued negligence and misuse of public resources would only worsen hardship for ordinary Ghanaians. We are among the privileged few. We must not continue to subject our people to hardship through negligence or abuse of public resources, he added. He said that restoring public trust in government begins with accountability and discipline in the management of the national budget. Financial irregularities in public contracting have been a recurring concern in Ghana's Auditor General report and have long been cited as a drain on public resources. Moving on, Center for Democracy and Socioeconomic Development (CDS Africa), a policy think tank, has filed a counter petition against two petitions seeking the removal of the Electoral Commission (EC) chairperson and her duties from office. And a petition, which is dated March 4th, has been submitted to the presidency on April 4th, calling on President John Dramani Mahama not to initiate any processes to remove the EC chairperson and other commissioners. They are of the opinion that any plans to dissolve the commission will create a precedent that makes the commission a mere extension of ruling government, subject to change with every new administration. They are of the opinion that any plans to dissolve the commission will create a precedent that makes the commission a mere extension. The center is therefore urging the president not to consider the petition seeking the removal of the EC chairpersons and commissioner to uphold the independence of the Electoral Commission and avoid setting a precedent that allows future governments to always dissolve the EC. Meanwhile, there are two petitions requesting the removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jen Mensah, and her two deputies, Dr. Bosman Asari and Samuel Tete, as well as one other member of the commission, Dr. Peter Atuahene. They were filed by the Positive Transparency and Accountability Movement Ghana and one Daniel Ofosu Apia. The CDS Africa is calling on President John Dramani Mahama to reject the two petitions for the good of Ghana's democracy. They are pleading with the president not to repeat the happenings in 2017 where the Electoral Commission chairperson had deputies were removed from office. According to the CDS Africa, this was deemed to be politically motivated. Today, those calling for the removal of Jane Mensah and her team are drawing inspiration from the unfortunate president. If this cycle is allowed to continue, it will erode the foundations of Ghana's fourth republic and threaten the independence of the Electoral Commission beyond repair, the petition read. The policy think tank further grounded its request on the need for the president to uphold the independence of democratic institutions in the country. Your Excellency, the fundamental principle that electoral commissions should be independent of political influence should outweigh all other considerations. If this administration dissolves the current commission, future governments will feel emboldened to do the same, creating a dangerous cycle of political interference that could ultimately undermine Ghana's hard-earned democratic stability, the petition stated. CDS Africa further argued that the president, in heeding their request, will prevent erosion in the public trust of the Electoral Commission. Your Excellency, the fundamental principle that electoral commissions should be independent of political influence should outweigh all other considerations, the CDS Africa added. Moving on, Minister for Transport Joseph Boukari Nikpi has revealed that the government is actively seeking partnerships to establish a national airline, acknowledging that Ghana's current economic challenges make it difficult to undertake the project independently. Speaking to staff of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Joseph Boukari shared a short list of potential partners who will soon be revealed as part of effort to bring the national airline to life. You are aware we inherited an economy that is challenged. For now, we cannot establish a national airline, so we are looking for a partnership. You know, when it comes to partnership, it will take time. We have to know who they are to partner with you, to bring in national carrier that will fly for a very long time, he said. Ghana has been without a national carrier for nearly 2 decades since the suspension of operations due to a US ban linked to operational debt. The country's regional national airline, Ghana Airways, operated from 1958 until it ceased operations. In 2004, it was succeeded by Ghana International Airlines, which served as the national carrier from 2005 to 2010, before also becoming de facto. Effort to revive a national airline gained momentum in September 2022 when Ashanti Airlines was selected to partner with the government. This move reignited hopes for the launch of a rebranded Ghana Airlines after receiving interest and bids from multiple stakeholders. To other stories, Deputy Director General of the Narcotic Control Commission, NACOC, Alexander Chumberima, has urged the ranking member on the Defense Committee and Member of Parliament for Ascent South, Reverend John Intim-Fodjo, to fully cooperate with the Commission and other security agencies in investigations into allegations of suspicious flight. Speaking in an interview, Mr. Berima encouraged a Member of Parliament to provide all relevant information to aid in a thorough and effective resolution of the matter. I will advise my good friend and brother he should cooperate with us if he really wants us to get to the root of this matter, he stated during the interview. He emphasized that collaboration is critical to identifying and prosecuting anyone involved in illicit activities. To apprehend or arrest any other person involved in his so-called suspicious act, he should cooperate with us, the security agencies, to make sure we get the appropriate or required information and act on it, he added. Berima's remarks highlight NACOC's commitment to accountability and its intent to investigate all allegations thoroughly in the interest of transparency and national security. Now, the Office of the President has suspended post-retirement contract appointment in the public sector with immediate immediate effect. All new requests will no longer be considered. The Office of the President issued a directive suspending the grant of contract appointment to retired public service staffs with immediate effect. In a letter dated 2nd April 2025, signed by Dr. Callistus Mahama, Secretary to the presidency announced all post-retirement contract appointments are to be put on hold. The grant of post-retirement contract appointment to retired public service staffs has been suspended with immediate effect, the statement read. As a result of the new directive, the Office of the President emphasized all requests for such appointments will no longer be considered. Public institutions have been urged to comply with the new policy. To the world of business, Ghanaian exporters are bracing for the impact of a new 10% tariff on imports imposed by the United States, which is expected to affect key non-traditional exports. The measures announced by U.S. President Donald Trump has sparked concerns among local producers and exporters over potential losses in market share, price and competitiveness, and earnings from the American market. According to information supplied by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the new tariff would directly affect Ghana's cocoa, a key value-added export segment, and textiles, cashew, shea butter, and a range of agricultural products. With Ghana being one of the world's leading cocoa producers country, the move could undermine efforts to expand the country's footprint and processed cocoa exports. Garments and textiles, another sector targeted under the tariff per information from the ministry, could also see a significant setback. The sector has seen modest growth under trade frameworks such as the African Growth and Opportunity Act, which offers duty-free access to the U.S. market. Industry stakeholders fear the new tariff may erode the cost advantage Ghanaian manufacturers enjoy, making it harder to compete with other low-cost producers globally. The agricultural sector is not spared either. Export of cashew, shea butter, fruits, vegetables, and yam, some of Ghana's top performing non-traditional exports, are now subject to the increased import duty. Exporters in these sectors worried that added cost burden could lead to reduced demand from U.S. buyers or force them to absorb losses to remain competitive. Analysts says that move could have broader implications for Ghana's export-led growth strategy and foreign exchange earnings, especially at a time where the country is working to diversify its economy away from raw material exports. Others are also proposing for the government to leverage on the opportunities presented by the African Continental Free Trade Area. Meanwhile, sector ministers for foreign affairs and trade, agribusiness and industry have been exploring diplomatic engagement with U.S. ambassador to Ghana, Palmer, to mitigate the impact after closed-door meetings on April 7. To some sports, Minister of Sports and Recreation Kofi Adams has set up a 7-member committee of inquiry to investigate matters connected to the death of a Nigerian boxer, Gabriel Oluwasegun Olarewajo, passed away at the Kolebu Hospital after collapsing during a boat at the Transport Boxing Arena at Bukom in February 2025. The passing of the Nigerian boxer has sparked major discussions on the health of athletes, with the Bell 7-Star Ghana Boxing League firmly placed in the spotlight. In the wake of the tragic event, the sports minister promised to probe the matter, and setting up the committee of inquiry is the first major step to do so. The committee is headed Major Retired Amakai, with former Ghana Boxing Authority President Peter Zwins and veteran sports journalist Eko Ansah and some more also on it. The committee has also been tasked to determine whether organizers of the boxing league match went through the appropriate steps to prevent the death of Gabriel, to determine the circumstances leading to the death of the Nigerian boxer, at the Bukom Boxing Arena on the 29th of March to determine whether the organizers or promoters of the boxing match took adequate steps by international standards to prevent the death of the boxer, to also determine whether the licensing authorities in Nigeria acted with due diligence and followed procedures in allowing the boxer to accept an international match in Accra according to his qualification and experience, to consider any other matter relevant to the terms set down in the matter of hearings, and make appropriate recommendations to enhance the image of boxing, safeguard the interest and safety of all participants. To some showbiz, Nigeria gospel singer Steve Crown has once again announced his engagement to Ruth Thomas, revealing their wedding would take place on April 26th. Sharing a heartfelt video of the proposal on Instagram over the weekend, the singer expressed his joy and gratitude for this new chapter in his life. He captioned the post, "Approved by God, we are now forever." With regards to that, prominent Nigerian gospel figures such as Judy K. Eben, Joe Praise, among others, have extended their well wishes, offering prayers and expressing their excitement for the couples. And that's how we wrap up for now on the morning news broadcast. Some headlines you heard was Ato Forsen bans MMDAs from awarding contracts without Finance Ministry approval. Center for Democracy and Socio-Economic Development files a counter petition against the removal of a EC chairperson. Government seeks partners to launch National Airline Transport Minister. The Cortex Control Commission calls on Intim Fojo to cooperate on suspicious flight probe. Government suspends contract appointment for retired public servant. U.S. tariff to impact Ghana's cocoa, textiles and agriculture. 7-member committee set up to investigate death of Nigerian boxer. Nigerian gospel singer Steve Crown to wed on April 26th. And that's all. My name is Deborah Adults. Do well to log on to all streaming platforms at GhanaTalksRadio.com for more detailed information. Good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
It's another beautiful morning in the capital city of Ghana, Accra. Welcome to Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This is Ghana Talks Radio, and I welcome you on our delightful show this morning. And anchoring the show with me is my ever beautiful Ruth Isinam. You never knew she's called Ruth. Today I've revealed the secret.
Why are you selling me out?
Yeah, I'm selling it out.
That's true though.
Issy,
Yeah.
how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Myself, after last night's show.
Oh, what happened?
Really?
Oh.
Do you have any friends who support a team called Real Madrid?
Oh yeah, I think my brother does.
Have you checked on him?
Oh, this morning.
Yeah.
Not this morning though, but we spoke yesterday in the evening.
Around what time?
Oh, as of 10 to 11 p.m.
Yeah, how was his mood?
I think he was okay.
He was okay.
I said, me honey bisa.
Yeah, that was exactly what was happening because Enra Bibi no.
Ale, you're bomwana.
Enra,
I'm asking for a friend.
I am very concerned about my show, and so I don't want to create any hindrance for the show because the producer might, so let me just focus on the show for now. After the show we can talk about it. Yeah, so it's a delightful morning, as I said earlier on, and we are delighted to have our able guests and panelists, our usual brains for discussion on Wednesdays with us, Mr. Mwako Paul.
Mr. Murray.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How has it been?
Everything is good.
We thank God.
Everything is good.
We thank God.
No, it's daybreak.
It's daybreak. And I can see your party is also in the news more often now than ever. It seems you are becoming more relevant now than when you were in power.
That's how Ghanaians feel. When you're in position and you talk, they take your words too seriously. And when you're in power,
So then, can it be concluded that per this scenario, this thing that you've seen about Ghanaians is why your party is trying so hard to be in the news, saying things so that
I wouldn't say that. If we can be in the news for wrong deeds,
okay,
but Ghanaians are praising us for the works we are doing. Yeah, recently, Reverend Tim for Joe's issue came out, then we are very happy. First of all, let me say good morning to your viewers.
Yeah.
And then let me say good morning to my boss, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan. Aside being a communicator of the party, I'm also a polling station chairman.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
and
nice.
So I mostly hold meetings at my polling station.
Okay.
And when we call for meetings, our polling station members, they mostly say, Paul, we need someone who can speak for the grassroots. We need somebody who fights for the grassroots. Yeah, the MPP, we believe the MPP is an elite party.
Okay.
So mostly the grassroots, they feel they do not benefit more, or they are not heard. Yeah, so for now, anytime we call for meetings, that's what they tell us. Paul, I want for Canberra.
Okay.
And I think it's a good call. Yeah, I think it's a good call.
But I mean, leading to the elections in 2024, Ken was presented, and your party folks didn't. What's new?
I would say he was presented, but his intention to contest, they didn't announce it directly. So people were whipped. I would say people were whipped.
How?
People were whipped, like those who were supposed to vote.
Yeah.
The delegates. Majority of them were whipped. And then in politics, people believe in loyalty.
Okay.
Once I'm with this person, I've declared my stand for this person. I have to be with him. In politics, people believe in loyalty. In politics, I won't lie to you. I won't lie about this to you.
Yeah.
People believe in loyalty.
Okay.
Yeah. In the last election, I was about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more people were loyal to Baumia than.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now he didn't announce intention to contest earlier.
Okay.
That was one of the reasons.
So you think that's the reason why?
Yeah. But even he was able to even amass more votes.
Okay.
Yeah. Although his intention to contest was announced earlier, he was able to get more votes.
Okay.
And then when you go for primaries, and then the winner doesn't come out with a huge margin, it affects the party.
Okay.
There'll be some fractions in the party. They get some fractions in the party, and that affected us a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, I'm talking about my polling station.
Yeah.
My polling station. When I hold meetings, all they tell me is that I should just, when we go, we should just vote for Honorable Ken Japan. But now we don't know the reforms that's coming.
Okay.
There'll be some reforms. The party executives at the national level will come out with some reforms. Maybe things might change.
Okay.
They also might vote. The delegate system and other things might change.
Okay.
The electoral college, everything might change. So we are just hoping for the best. Yeah.
Okay. But that is, let's say, for your party.
Yeah.
But do you think Ghanaians as a whole they are ready for?
Ghanaians are ready. Ghanaians are
you sure?
Yeah.
With all the news surrounding him.
What are the news?
We've heard the news with Ahmed Swale's death surrounding him.
Yeah.
We've heard so many other people, how he talks to people. They feel like
what wasn't said about Nana Danko Kufuor? What wasn't said about him?
Okay, so he stands a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. So this is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. You are live on us on Ghana Talks Radio. Don't forget to tune in, join the conversation on all our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio. You can search us and find us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on X. You can also get us on YouTube, Ghana Talks Radio, and add your comments, your suggestions. Let us feel your interactions on this conversation. You can also join through our WhatsApp platform, our WhatsApp channel 0202544614 0202544614. We are getting the discussions underway right away. Now, Paul, before we get into the first topic of the day, this in Tim Fojo's story.
Yeah.
It seems there's development each and every day in the story.
Yeah.
What is really going on?
For now, I've worked with Ghana Airport Company Limited before.
Yeah.
That was where I did my service.
Yeah.
So some of these issues, sometimes I want to keep mute about some of these issues, but let me just, we have many sites or many apps that you can track the records of flights, the movement of flights from airports to different airports, or from cities to different cities and other things.
Yeah.
Reverend Tim Fojo, is a member of the Defense and then Interior Committee, ranking member. Whatever that happened, whatever he saw, he came out with a sensitive issue.
Okay.
That needs to be investigated.
Okay.
By the National Security, the NIB, the CID, and even Ghana Airport Company Limited should also be part of this.
Okay.
And even Ghana Ghana Civil Aviation Authority should also be part of this investigation.
All right.
You get it? Yeah, because it's a security issue. Fast forward, the Minister of Information, Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, came out trying to debunk it. That wasn't his job.
Okay.
It wasn't necessary for him to even talk about this time. It wasn't necessary. You should just allow the security agencies to just deal with this matter as a security issue.
Okay.
Yeah. He came mentioning that the flight was from Gran Canaria, Spain, to Ghana, Ahmed, and we all know Ahmed is an ambulance flight. It's either it's carrying medicines or drugs, or it's carrying a patient, or he's going to carry a patient from somewhere to another place, or he's going to carry drugs from a different country, a different city to a different country. So Ahmed, the purpose of Ahmed is only just to carry patients or medicines or anything related to health issues. You get it? Yeah. But he landed in Ghana.
Okay.
From the story that the minister gave, that's what I was saying. The minister shouldn't have even come out with anything to debunk it. That the Ahmed developed a fault in the sky, the ties or whatever. I don't know if there are potholes in the skies.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was strange. The flight came from Gran Canaria. We don't know where it was going.
Okay. But Paul, a little clarification before. They didn't say that the ties got busted in the air. They said that they had to make an emergency landing. And when they were landing,
is it the airmaid or the minister? let's create this issue as a security issue. Is it the Ahmed or the minister? Because I haven't heard from Ahmed.
They got the
No,
briefing
we haven't heard from
Ahmed.
Ahmed.
but the minister said they got a briefing
From
From
them.
Ghana Airport Company Limited.
Yeah.
That they're supposed to have an emergency landing, and then where were they going to? That's the question. Where were they going to?
okay, but
Because they have to tell us where they are going. Maybe we are going to Angola. We are going to Cote d'Ivoire. We are going to Liberia. But you have to land firstly because of some emergency issues. You have to land at your airport.
okay,
But we don't know where they were going.
okay,
So now I don't even know. We haven't heard anything about where they were going.
okay.
Yeah.
Who brought up the issue first?
Reverend Tim Forjo.
So did he ask all these questions?
That's why I said he came out with this issue. So the best thing was that the security agencies could just invite him. They just do investigations. Then they come out because this thing is a dent.
So they could have invited him.
Yeah,
And they haven't invited him yet.
the president told him to go there, but that's not the right thing.
Has he go?
No, that's not the right thing. They have to invite him rather.
Okay. So
They have
but
to make an allegation.
so you haven't heard that the National Security Agency has come out to say that they have used channels to reach out to him, to invite him, and he is yet.
I haven't heard that. But the first part of this night was about to release and then he stopped. So I think maybe the National Security has informed him. He said he was about to release series of how this thing happened.
Okay.
And then he stopped. We don't know why.
Yeah, so he's still talking about this.
No. Yesterday, on Monday. Today's Wednesday. On Monday, he was supposed to come out with the part one. To start with the part one.
Yeah.
He went to Good Evening Ghana.
Yeah.
Before he tried to come out with the part one of the expose and other things, and then he stopped. Monday was supposed to come out. On Monday he stopped. But I haven't heard him since Monday. I haven't heard him talking about the issue again.
Why did he stop?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know whether he has been called or whatever. I don't know. But he hasn't come out to why he stopped. Yeah. So I would say the minister wasn't supposed to come out to even debunk it in the first place. No.
Okay.
Even if it was coming from the Ghana Airport Company Limited, it will be okay. Or the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, you'll be okay. You'll have been okay.
Okay.
But from the minister and then what was saying, even what was saying, this thing is a dent on the country as a whole.
Yeah.
You get it? That is people of the country as a whole, and also it's a dent on the flight, like the airline company, Ahmed.
Yeah.
You get it? Yeah, because the minister even said that the second Ahmed flight that came was carrying ties, and that's it's a violation of the federal rules of the airline. But every airline has
Why?
Emirates is an ambulance flight, and if they develop any fault and they want to bring in ties and spare parts, they have a cargo that can bring it. They don't have to generate Emirates flight, which is not cargo. It was Emirates.
The flight that came wasn't a made flight.
The second flight, the cargo came later with fuel. That's what the minister was saying. The cargo came with fuels and that jerry can and other things. But the other one, that second Emirates, you got two Emirates numbers.
Yeah.
If you hear Emirates is an ambulance flight.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, it came with ties. That's what the minister said.
Okay.
And that's a dent on the image of the flight of the company, the airline company.
But with that, what has it got to do with us as a country?
That's why
they have violated their rules.
That's what I'm saying. As a country, this whole issue, I was waiting for Emma to even come out, to come and even speak about this matter.
But why?
Because it's a dent on their company, and then
their company is being forcibly
accused. So I was waiting for them to even come out.
Why haven't the minister provided his evidence?
Evidence about the
about his suspicion.
For right now, the national security, I don't know if they've called him now. Was he was about to come out with an expose, part 1 and other things. He labeled them part 1 and other series, like they'll be in series. So he was about to come out with the expose and then he stopped. So we don't know. But I was saying this is a security issue initially. When he came out with this, the minister should have come out. The national security should have pulled him up, called him. They can even charge him. It's a security issue. But the minister was in a hurry to debunk it. Then I was like, no, why are you not in a hurry? That created all this suspicion. The minister was in a hurry.
The minister debunking it rather created a suspicion.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the press conference that was held by
The press conference created suspicion, and then a security threat and other things. But the minister coming out to the banquet brought all this brouhaha.
Really?
Yeah. Look, because like if the minister kept quiet and allow the security agencies to talk about this, to focus on this, I think that would be the best.
Okay. So, but afterwards, we realized that the national security has invited Intim to come.
He will go. Don't worry. Yeah, he will be there. Don't worry. Yeah, he will be there.
Okay.
He will be there.
Okay. We just hope that he provides.
And you believe Ahmed is a US flight, right? Ahmed is a US flight, and from the minister's information, was saying the second flight that carried the spare parts or the ties or that things also came from, was it Angola or Rwanda? It was mentioned those places. Meanwhile, that flight also came from Gran Canaria. If you check on flight aware, flight radar and other things, that flight also came from Gran Canaria. And then Ahmed has no aircraft hub at Gran Canaria. You can check. They don't have any aircraft hub. Even in Angola or Rwanda, they don't have any.
But then the checks that has been provided has proven directly that they came from the Gran Canaria.
So the second flight that came with it. So does Ahmed have any aircraft hub in Gran Canaria? That's that question you should ask yourself.
For that is not ours to be.
That's what I'm saying. What the minister was saying created a lot more suspicions.
Look,
let's
not twist the facts. The minister says it came from Gran Canaria.
No,
they checked it. It actually came from Gran Canaria.
The minister didn't say that.
It said that.
He said the second flight.
So what did the minister say then?
The second flight came from Gran Canaria to Rwanda and other things, through Rwanda before it came to Ghana. So we won't say it came from Gran Canaria to Ghana straight. It came from if it moved from Gran Canaria to Rwanda or to Angola, we will say it moved from Angola to Ghana. That's it. It didn't move from Gran Canaria straight to Ghana.
So right now, what is the argument? Like
the argument is that the second flight that came, that the minister was claiming it came with the spare ties from Gran Canaria to Angola or Rwanda to wherever. There is no air hub in anywhere, any aircraft hub, aircraft hub around Angola, Rwanda or Gran Canaria. There is nothing like that.
Yet still, the checks that has been made proves that what the minister said was right.
No. What the minister said wasn't right. The second flight didn't come straight from Angola to Ghana.
He never said it came from. Let's not use the facts.
No, he said it came from Angola to Rwanda. It came from Gran Canaria.
It came from through.
No.
Angola.
No, if you say like you are dealing with flights, right? If a flight stops from let's say Askai flights, most of the Askai flights are to go flights.
Yeah,
they usually come to Ghana. We have US flights from Askai. That passenger from Ghana here, then they go to Togo, Lome before they go to US. When it comes from US to Lome to Ghana, we will say it's moving from Lome to Ghana. It's not coming straight from US to Ghana. Okay. Although it's moving from US passing through Togo to Ghana. But what we will read is that it's coming from Lome. It will take off from Lome to Ghana. That's what we really know.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Okay.
So
that's like a technical.
Yes.
Okay.
It's coming from Lome to Ghana.
All right.
And then it moved from US to Lome.
Okay.
Do you get it? Because they have the airways or I don't know the waves or whatever how they call it in the sky. So it moved from Lome to Ghana. Okay. So if it moved from you can't say it passed through once it stopped in Angola, Luanda, it moved from Luanda or Angola to Ghana. That's it.
Okay.
But the checks prove that second flight moved straight forward from Gran Canaria to Ghana.
Okay.
It didn't pass through anywhere. It didn't make it stop anywhere.
Now, the allegations we are more concerned about as a country, because I'm a Ghanaian as well.
Yeah.
And you can ask them yesterday on this show. Yeah. I said whatever you are saying here that the minister was wrong coming out to the banquet. So I'm not speaking for either minister or
it's a security issue, and then you are Ghanaian.
But then, what Intim Fojo said is that it carried drugs and money. That is what we should be focused. We shouldn't even be bothered about whether it came from here or there. Once it landed in Ghana, he said that it was carrying drugs and money.
My money.
Where are the evidence to this?
So that is not security. You have to go there. You go there. That's it.
But if you have brought out an allegation,
he will go there. now national security wants to treat this as a security issue.
Okay.
Because it's a dent on account. Now, if we don't treat this as a security issue and treat it well, if you're a Ghanaian and want to travel outside, if maybe you might pass through Ghana airport easily, but maybe when you get to
The other
destination,
maybe run so many checks.
Yeah, so many checks on you. You get it. Yeah, so it's something serious. That's what maybe. I think that's what maybe you stop the expose. Really? The first place, yeah. So or maybe the security and other things have to call him. But in the first place, if this issue, it's like you the national security first before coming out to say it, because it's a security issue and it's a dent on our country.
So UN
is talking about UN is discussing about this. UK is talking about this. All other countries are talking about this. And then say,
what has the UN said about it?
Yes, UN is telling instructing the Ghana government to investigate really into this matter.
Okay, so
you get it's a dent on our image as a country.
What they did was that they actually called the UN director representative of Ghana to ask him about some of these, and he said that these are issues that can dent the image of. So if that be, then it should be investigated. We shouldn't make it like it is true, so they should look into it. So he was also bothered that there haven't been any evidence.
I always say, even at airport on the tarmac.
Yeah.
When I was at the airport as a during my service, I was aviation security. So mostly I was being posted. My duty post sometimes was on the tarmac. Now when flights land, we do checks and other things. Yeah, even if somebody gets issue in the flight, I have to do and make an escort into the flight.
Okay.
Yeah, so through that I've affected about 6 or 7 flights. Okay. Yeah, in this country. So at a tarmac, you can't even take a phone to film something or to video something.
Okay.
To even take a picture of yourself, even as a staff, to even take a picture of yourself on the tarmac, it's wrong.
Okay. So how then did they get those images and videos?
And those videos are not footages of CCTV. That's one thing we should ask ourselves. That's what I'm saying.
So how did they get it?
Who filmed it? Who videoed it?
So all these questions, I think, if all these things are not in the right channel, so I'm coming. Okay. If they raise suspicion, they are not in the right channel. Don't you think it is even in the good bosom of the MP who made these allegations to put all these questions across?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the national security, you go there. When he gets there, who came out with the video, who posted that video, has to be called.
Okay.
And question about who filmed
all
these things, because we don't film these things.
Okay. So on the tarmac there is nothing of a camera.
CCTV cameras are there.
Cameras there.
Yeah. Even if you are walking, if you are walking on the tarmac with that reflective jacket, you can know that someone is working here. They can check from the CCTV camera room. There's a room.
Yeah.
Where CCTV cameras, that's the control there. And then even with there, it's our department where I did my service, the aviation security. So they post some of us to those rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, they post some of us to those rooms.
But if there are CCTV cameras there,
so you have to get the footages.
Don't you think we can
footages of those things? That's what we need, not filming and other things. Do you get it? Okay. That's what I'm saying. The national security, this is a security issue.
Yeah.
So we should treat it as such.
Okay.
Yeah, we should treat it as a security issue, because I'm a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned because when I'm traveling, then we have to work up to go and watch. I know you qualify. I know you qualify. Yeah.
I'm worried about it.
I know you qualify. Then if you qualify, maybe I might have the chance to go and watch. And then Trump will be doing a lot of things. Ghana for never. Like those. Some of these things. So the security should treat as a security issue.
Okay.
To protect the image of this country.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any cautioning words for the MP too, because I think he also needs to come out boldly with his evidence.
What I want them to do is that they should collaborate with the national security.
Okay.
But do you know one thing too? The minister's effort to debunk it. I want to make a point. The minister's effort to debunk it will even make all these investigations and other things like I don't know how to put it. Like the ministers coming out to debunk it, even after investigation, Ghanaians will not have confidence in the outcome of the investigations.
Why?
They think there will be some influence by the government, and that's what I'm saying. The minister shouldn't have come out in the first place, because come out to defend it. Now you know national security agencies and other things. They can be compromised by the government. I wouldn't lie about this.
So
they can be compromised by the government. So first of all, they must actually have come up to the market.
So first of all, if there should be any evidence at all, it is still going to be of footages, right?
Yeah, footages, yeah.
And you are saying that if the MP has come out with footages, we are seeing clearly
the footages should come
that
from the footages should come from Ghana Airport Company Limited.
Ghana Airport Company.
They also have to be part. They released this one. I read it. You know, when this issue popped out, I don't like. I don't mention names. I don't mention names, but I don't mention names. So most of the things that are happening, they've been sending. I don't want to mention names because maybe when I mention names, some of the people there might be either transferred or they might be. Yeah, I don't want to mention names. Let us go on. My interest. I don't want to mention names. Yeah,
a lot has gone on, but he ain't trust. That's what
Paul Ghana Port Company Limited. They have their PR and other things that can come out the footages and other things. But I don't know. Even if they come out, they give it to the national security. They won't bring it out to the public. Yeah, they'll give it to the national security because some of these things are security issues. Yeah, they don't have to bring it out just like that.
Okay. And they've also made it clear that whatever interrogation that's going to go on between the states and the MP is going to be televised for public to see.
For public to see.
Yeah, that's what was said by Felix yesterday. So, because they don't want it to be like they've cornered him somewhere and influenced whatever he said. They will make it public for everyone to see.
For this issue, once the government came in, that too quick.
But it's a government issue.
But they shouldn't have come so quick. It's a security issue. It's a
security force under government.
Yeah, under government. First, local shouldn't have come. The security issues, they have their even the Ghana Police Service, they have their HR, they have the PR service, they have the PR and other things that can come out to speak. There's national security issue, they have their PR people that can come out to speak. So
why are we singling Felix like he's acting on his own? Felix is just a spokesperson
on behalf of the government
for
presidency.
So if anything, we heard the president say that the security agencies should look into it and also adhered the MP to assist in the investigations. That was the first thing the president did. So if afterwards, after some days, they've also looked through it and the presidency is coming out that what has been alleged isn't actually true, how is that?
If it's not actually true, what about the president, the presidency or the government got to know about this issue? She should just present it to the national security, just to come out, just to come and see. What else I'm saying? Once they've come out so quick to debunk it or to do this thing, we'll make the investigations somehow.
I don't think so.
Oh, I will not believe in the outcome of the investigations. For me, I will not believe in the outcome of the investigations.
So are you saying that you don't trust our state security agencies?
I trust them.
Really?
I trust them, but like they should be made like a dependent body that can do whatever they want to do without the government even talking about this issue.
How can government not talk about this? That's where I want because it's a governmental issue.
When it came out first, the president made it that they should the MP should
collaborate with
the security agencies.
Did the MP do that?
Fine, he didn't do that. The national security has to call him, invite him, that you made these allegations. Now come out with your evidences. Or come and prove these things. And then he has been called. Like we were saying that he has been called. He has been invited.
When he was told to provide his evidence, he rather told the security agencies to come up with an evidence.
So now we are waiting for him to go. But now that he has been invited, we are waiting for him to go. So we can just finish because it's a dent on the image of Ghana and I'm a Ghanaian. So this issue is a security issue. And then even our airport in the first place too, we will not be trusted. Like do you get it?
Well, the airport has come out to also clarify themselves, and they even said that
they went to the plane to
the civil aviation, as you put it, are responsible for every flight that lands, the inspectors and all that. Civil aviation has also come out.
When was the MD for the civil aviation sacked? I want to know.
I can't really tell.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
Then it's okay.
Was it last year?
No.
No.
I think it was just about a week ago.
A week ago.
A week ago.
Yeah.
Then let's end it. Because it can be someone who can even help in these investigations.
But they can still invite her, him or her. Yeah, they can still invite.
They can still invite, yeah. But
I mean, the Bank of
well,
Ghana governor is no more the Bank of Ghana.
But they can invite him for.
But
Yeah.
he's been invited
Invited
for
him for
investigation. So
questions.
yeah. Okay. Well, we are really hoping that because if the reason why all of us, and especially the media, we need to be very interested in this thing is when you study the job of the oversight in Parliament. Oversight needs to always back their claims with evidence, and that was what we saw the previous administration do.
Yeah.
So if there is an oversight administration now in Parliament, they always need to come with evidence.
Yeah.
Else we can't hold
So for
the
now,
people involved
the
accountable.
Ghana Post Company is talking about, is saying we shouldn't be discussing this issue or whatever. I don't know. In their release, let me see if I have it there.
Yeah, in the release they said that
Individuals who
will be, I mean, publishing
or media
these
houses who
things
publish these things will be held responsible or whatever. I don't know.
and all that.
Wow.
Like I think they were saying it in regards to saying that there's been drug trafficking activity at the airport, because as at now there hasn't been any evidence to back that. So you publishing that dents their
The
image
image,
as
yeah.
a company,
All right.
which I understand them fairly,
Yeah.
and that's why we are really craving for the
So
evidence.
me, I'm
from
just
the
waiting. I'm just waiting for the outcome of the investigations.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the honorable MP to collaborate with the national security
Yeah,
agencies.
he should just release whatever.
So that
evidence
then
he
we
has.
just move on.
Yeah, because it's really important that we look at it. And well, since we are dealing with flights and issues of the airports now, our first topic has something to do with Ghana and our flight issues. When was the last time you heard about Ghana Airways?
Ghana is a check. It's been long. I heard about Ghana
Like
Airways.
about 24 years ago.
Yeah, about 24 years ago. It seems 2004. It's like 2004, right? Yeah,
Something like
2004.
that. So government says it is seeking partners to launch a national airline.
A national airline.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
It's a good idea, but my wish, if we could have our own airline without any partnership.
Okay.
As a country, we can have our own airline without any partnership.
Okay.
But he was saying due to economic crisis
Mm.
and other things, that's why they can't afford an aircraft now or something. So they have to partnership with different some companies or some entities or individuals before they can have airlines. It's a good idea, but they should make sure they come out the partnership with people or entities that are very credible. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Well, after this thing, thing about this drug issue came out,
Yeah.
they're about to launch an partnership. We should just make sure we get credible people, so that people can trust our airlines. Ghana Airways, if you start working, or if you get an airline, a Ghanaian airline, start working, it's not only Ghanaians that are going to use it for transport.
Okay.
Other people from other countries. Maybe if it's moving from maybe British to Ghana, and Britain to Ghana, people are going to be on board. Some British will be on board. Other countries who might do transit to England before they come here will also be on board.
Okay.
So we should have some credible people or credible entities that will make this thing lively. Because last year we were trying to launch one. It was last 2 years. The Ashanti line we were trying to have a partnership with Ashanti airline to launch a Ghanaian airline. That was also, but it couldn't see
so why?
The license issue and other things. License issue, I have to go for license for my car and other things. And then some of all these things couldn't come to pass. So now if they come out with this, it's a good thing, because now we have the Kumasi airport that has been upgraded to international airport, and also Tamale airport has also been upgraded to international airport. So it's a good thing if you have our airline, but we should make sure it will work for its purpose, and also this drug trafficking and other things will not be engaged in some of these things.
You think we can actually use the national airline for?
You know one thing about this? I don't trust this government when this comes to this, because once this woman Naili Gametepe, when he was arrested in UK, about this drug, cocaine, saga and other things. He said he used the VVIP. The VVIPs they get 3. When I was at the airport, they get 3. Only the president and the vice are being allowed to use them.
To use that gate.
Okay.
You get it? And then she said she used that gate. That gate, no, just small gate. We don't open it too.
Yeah.
We don't open that gate. So I was like, hey. So was it order from above for the. Sometimes I need to post the posters there.
Oh, okay.
By posted to Honoma, I thought that you see cross. Yeah.
You're the kind of people who.
Yeah, the kind of people that that use the. Sometimes when they are. Oh, I won't say tip. No, please, I'm not saying you tip anymore.
I'm not. But what are the kind of people that use there?
The president, the vice, but when the Cameroon president is going, he doesn't travel alone. He has his entourage that he travels with. So you know, once you are there, they can just. Have some at least some chat and then some friend like some relationships at least
it's
good at least
Alright.
So when you are there then the person is about to travel, you know, at least but mostly they don't post people there when usually the person is about to travel or the vice is about to travel, then they just make a call. Then we just send someone there to be in charge. Okay.
So who do you think should be held accountable for her having easy access to?
That's what I'm saying. It's order from above. Because she can't just use there. Maybe it might be order from above.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't trust this government when it comes to this. Someone was saying even in the whole 8 years we didn't arrest anybody about cocaine. And I was saying if you have any evidence that somebody used cocaine to travel through the airport, the Ghana airport, you can bring it out now. During our 8 years, you can bring it out. We don't mind. You can bring it out now. Yeah. Because or if somebody has been arrested at a different airport, at a different airport, not in Ghana, in a different country, with about cocaine, you can just come out with it. But we didn't hear of any.
Okay.
Last time I was escorting one man. He was traveling to Nigeria. All of a sudden, he stopped.
He stopped traveling.
He stopped traveling.
Why?
And then his bag, he didn't want to hold his bag himself. He called some of the airline workers, the staffs of the airline. I don't want to mention the airline name.
Okay.
To come and assist him hold the bag. And I was like, no. There's something suspicious about this. Yeah, because you know one thing, if you're holding the bag, if you're holding the bag and you are being caught, or the K9 dogs, those security dogs there. Those security dogs there get to know that there's something in this. The person holding the bag, you are the one going to be held responsible.
Not the person that gave you the bag.
But the person that gave you the bag can deny. I don't know you anywhere.
Wow.
For wicked.
That's
so that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing. So immediately I saw that he even called me that can I help him with the bag, just to move the bag outside the depot for him. And I was like, no, I can't do that.
That's
wow.
It.
Yeah. That's great. But what do you think led to the collapse of Ghana Airways?
Well, the collapse of the Ghana Airways, I would say mismanagement.
Okay.
Mismanagement. That's all I would say. But there's our Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and other things. Certain times, some of these things.
Yeah.
If you do not manage them well, you are charging tickets.
Okay.
You are charging tax and other things. Maybe the amount that you are paying and the service you are giving to them. So enko here, people might stop using. I'm saying we use that. It came to left just only one flight.
Yeah.
When they develop faults, we do not. They even to repair them other issues were even a problem.
I think it has been turned into a restaurant.
No, that Latant has been taken off from the airport.
Okay.
Yeah, it has been taken off from the airport.
Okay.
Yeah. So when they develop fault, even the maintenance are ending, and we don't know if the money to maintain it is the problem, or because you are charging people first.
Yeah. So why can't you get money
to maintain it?
Yeah.
That's one problem. So if they want to launch the private partnership, I think they should think about that one too.
Okay. But you think
maintaining it is the issue. Now we don't even have just an airline. A national airline, even a local one, not even international one, local one moving from Kumasi to Accra, or Takari to Accra, or Sunyani to Accra. We don't even have one.
Do you think that has contributed to the expensiveness of tickets.
Flight tickets.
If
The
you have
local
if
flights.
the local flights, if you have hours, you might know how to make it affordable for the Ghanaians to afford.
To afford. Okay.
You get it. You might know how to make it affordable. British Airways might charge in pounds. That's their currency.
Yeah.
You get it. So the citizens there, if it is pounds, or no one say normal. But like we Ghanaians, to convert it to pounds, you might see it expensive.
Okay.
You get it. Yeah.
Okay. You having a background with
Working at the
airports, what do you think are some of the advantages we as a country can benefit from having our own airline?
Oh, from having our own airline, one, employment, because you might employ these captains. The captains will definitely come from Ghana.
Okay.
You get it, the captains, and then the whole flight, the hostess and other things, and all they all be Ghanaians. The airline will have an office or offices, a ticketing office and other things. They will all be Ghanaians, and then commercially also you might get money out of it. Okay. But if the partnership, that's why they should just do the deal that will benefit Ghanaians more than the private. More than a private company. Okay. They strike a deal. If that deal we are going to benefit more, then it's a good idea.
Okay.
But if it's going to be in the interest of the private company more, then I think it's still like using this foreign distance to fly. Yeah.
So before Ghana can partner with any other private company or maybe any private entity, what do you think are some of the things they have to look out for before they bring those people on board to collaborate with the government?
The first of all, I can't have the standards.
Okay.
For airlines. Yeah, so they'll go through it.
Okay.
And I know the National Aviation Authority. They also have all those the rules and regulations requirements. So they'll just make sure they make sure the people that are going to partnership with have those
fall into
that category that they can work with them. Yeah. So they should just look for credible partnership. That's it. And then they should just also bargain in the interest of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be in the interest of the country. The Ghanaian, like the Ghanaian citizens. At least like Ghana, who use that airline, I can get some discount or something.
Okay.
That would be good for a start. Okay. At least that will make more Ghanaians patronize those flights. Yeah.
Okay.
I always say we are developing a nation. It doesn't matter MPP or NDC. We are developing a nation.
Okay.
So whatever is good that will benefit Ghanaians, we should just fight for it, and then make sure, regardless of MPP and DC, whatever that is good that will benefit Ghanaians, that should be our priority. Yeah.
Okay. But looking at where we stand as a country, our transport system, do you think airline is or should be our priority when it comes to transport systemization? Whilst we can have the railways and even our roads.
Yeah, I would say right now we have more Ghanaians doing businesses outside the country.
Okay.
We have more Ghanaians doing businesses. They go for goods, then they bring them and all other things. Some of them they go there themselves. Certain times China, certain times UK, US do businesses, then they come. If we have our own airline, I think Ghanaians, the number of people that travel a day, it's not easy.
Yeah.
The number of Ghanaians that travel a day, I thought that the airport, the departure hall, it's Myanmar.
Wow.
Now I'll just be there. I'll just be watching them.
Is it for businesses or?
Oh, some are leaving, but you don't know. Some are leaving for some are going for visits. Some are going for just some are tourists. Some are just going for tours. Some are going for conferences. Some are going for this. So if you have our own airline that we can patronize when traveling for this, go for tours, going for visits, going for businesses, I think it's a good idea. Okay. I wouldn't say most of them are just going to stay there or that they are going to come.
Okay.
Some of them are just going for tours. Within 1 month you can see someone going in out within 1 month, like 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
Just one person.
Wow.
Yeah. So people travel a lot.
Okay.
So I think if you have an airline, it's a good idea. Okay. Then we focus on also the our country also having the railway system and all other things too, having good roads and all other things. I think that would be good. But the airline is very, very important.
It's important.
We shouldn't joke with this. It's very, very important.
Okay.
When we should have one at the Kumasi airport, also even not one. If you have some at the Kumasi International Airport, and then also at the Tamale International Airport, you should have some there.
Okay.
That might be moving from Tamale straight forward to outside Ghana, and also from Kumasi to straight to outside Ghana. Yeah, it will be very good.
Okay.
And also we can have some also operating locally here.
Okay.
From Tamale to Accra, Kumasi to Accra to Takoradi, Accra to Tamale. You can have some also operating locally here. Yeah, that will also be good.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the commercial purposes. Think about the commercial purposes. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Were we here when I don't know, I don't want anyone to take this as a joke.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I just suppose that. I think he Paul,
No. Oh.
Continue.
No, continue.
I just suppose that. I think he
Develop an aircraft.
yeah.
The standards. I don't say you have the standard. The aircraft, you have the standards and other
Was
things.
it like
Is that an helicopter or an airplane? Yeah.
No, but
it's not like I'm undermining it.
yeah,
or
I get
something,
you. Yeah.
I feel like me bouncing and but was it really a thing?
It was. I don't know if it's an helicopter or an airplane. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You have a standard for flights. Do you get it? Like the ICAO, they have standards and other things.
Yeah.
You need flights. You have the number of passengers.
It
Carries. Yeah. Some can take more. Some have to take less, and other things. So, the standard. I don't know if they will approve it for it to operate in Ghana. I don't know if they will give it
I
approval.
think that it got to the level where I don't know.
Somewhere, if you see his cars in Ghana,
Yeah.
assembly. I don't know if the cars assembles them here or he does the engine and everything here.
Everything here. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he just assembles them here or he does the engine, the tires and everything. So I don't know. I don't know. But all we know is that the car is Kantanka.
It's Kantanka.
Yeah, but he's been showing it on his TV station that he does it from the shells of cola and all that stuff, palm nuts.
So he himself manufactures the engines and the tires and all other things. That's what I can't speak of.
Yeah.
That's what I can't speak of.
Or maybe they just bring in the spare parts for him to
assemble.
them.
Yeah, or maybe he just he has a company that he works with that he brings in the engines and other things.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe some of the parts he might he will be able to do it here.
Okay.
But maybe some of them also he has to maybe import them and then assemble them together to make the car move.
Okay.
But his cars are very strong.
Yeah.
But I heard it, they are expensive
I'm
too.
starting his car, one of his cars.
Yeah. Who was driving?
Oh, it was my director. We actually used it for a movie shoot. So we collaborated with him.
Yeah, our friends in my area who uses his cars.
Some of his cars.
His
Very
cars
strong.
are very good.
Yeah, they're just praying his daughter will start using some of his cars.
But he himself, does he use some of the cars? His son
I've never seen him driving before. I've never seen him driving. No, okay. I've never come across a video of him driving before. Okay. But I learned he did a birthday for it. He gave a present to his son on his birthday, a car as a present, and it wasn't his car.
That was his car.
It was one of his cars. Yeah.
So he himself is not patronizing his car. So how much more?
That was where some of the Ghanaians were talking about it. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, Ghanaians, regardless of him, his daughter being MPP on DC. At least if he even give some of his cars to stand as a present, like it will be a good move. Yeah. For some of us to trust. The quality and other things and
because the notion that Ghanaians have to do it, I say then I'll go and purchase.
But now we have some companies assembling cars here. Yeah. Rana is here. Yeah. It seems is it Homo and that we have companies here assembling Suzuki and other people. They are all here assembling cars. Business is also assembling cars here. So we are just praying. But you know, one thing too is that their cars are terrible. So you don't get it like the home use cars.
Yeah,
the price
is very expensive.
Yeah,
very expensive.
Yeah.
You get it. So people might say it's expensive, but they are terrible.
Yeah,
terrible cars. They say home use are usually about 10 goodies or 15 goodies before it comes here. Yeah, don't be the same. Yeah, that's why people are saying his cars are expensive. But for that I say they are terrible, and it's not easy. Because if you buy it to total for terrible, it won't be that easy.
Yeah, they're expensive.
They're expensive. Yeah, so
well,
like if government can also start giving some of these cars to the appointees instead of importing cars. We can just use some of his cars for appointees. So you might be seeing his cars in town more.
Yeah, more.
I think that could have also.
Yeah.
But has he approached government in some of these
for that one, I haven't heard any news about that. So,
and even with regards to the, is it a travel expenditure? They went by road to London. I learned some people actually went to their company to collaborate. They can use one of
and didn't give to them.
And a whole lot of controversies.
Really?
Yeah.
So he didn't give it to them.
Oh, but the fact that he didn't give to them doesn't mean his car is not strong. There are cars in Ghana here that we are using that cannot even.
But I felt that would have been a big blow for him if he would have just allowed them to use his car.
It would have been a big blow, but maybe the cars was having at that moment. Maybe cannot do that journey. Cannot go that journey. That's what I'm saying. No, let's see. We have cars in Ghana here being used here.
Yeah.
That cannot even go. We are having Mahindra that we are giving to appointees. Maybe even Mahindra cannot go that journey. But we are giving to appointees, so that doesn't mean the cars are not quality or something.
Okay.
Like, it is so cars may be like
SMB,
you get it, yeah.
Well, talking about these aircrafts, as we were saying earlier before the cars came in, I learned that the aircraft, if there is a passenger in, it can't fly. It can only move. But if there is no passenger, it can fly. But then, how do you fly without a passenger or a pilot in the flight?
Without a pilot or without a passenger, but there can be a pilot.
Right, when they use remote, would it be used with a remote control?
That's where the controversy.
Can there be a pilot in it?
No. Once there is someone seated in, it can actually fly. But if there's no one,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe the weight to make it suspend in the air to so if
I heard it. I don't know how true.
If he wants to be serious,
for laughs.
If he wants to be serious with this, now I think he has to make sure he designs this aircraft to reach the standards of the other aircraft, so that they can be approved globally.
Okay.
If not, obviously it's a shop on the manner. Just wasting resources. Yeah.
Just for exhibition.
Just for exhibition.
Sorry. But I mean, as Paul said, having our own airline is going to be very beneficial to the Ghanaian economy. Looking at how it generates revenue, because people do travel a lot in Ghana, outside, and they go through and through. So if we can have our own local airlines and also international airlines, now that we have about 3 standardized international airports, it is going to really help us in our air transportation and also our economical revenue gains. Moving on to the next topic, is government suspending the contract appointments for retired public servants. And this issue comes from a stance that people has always been complaining. But
they are still there.
It's been going on for years. Ever since I was growing up, I've been hearing it. In fact, we've had people go back to change their dates of birth just to stay in office for quite a number of years. So, with this news coming in, I mean, do you think it's a blow to some people, or it's just in the right cause?
Yeah, it will be a blow to some people, and then it's in another way to it will be a beneficiary, or to be a good news to the youth of the country, because some of them have to leave, so that the youth can also be employed.
Okay,
you get it. But let's see. Even in some part of the Western world, when you reach 60 years, they give you a baby 5 years now. After 65 years, you cannot be employed.
Okay.
My auntie in Germany was staying, for now, she's in her 60s.
Wow.
But when she reaches 65 years,
she can't work
again.
Okay.
So every other man, I will say,
she
comes back to Ghana.
Oh.
So she has to establish herself here. When she comes back to Ghana, she can survive. At least when she has some stores or some properties, she can be getting some revenues from them. She can just... so she was talking to me. So I was like, then it will be a blow to the people. It will be a blow, because we can just help them. At least if it's 2 years contract or 3 years contract, they can just have it. That one is something that is not only in Ghana, but I don't know the intention behind it, because he didn't come up with any reason.
Yeah,
he just only came out with the letter of the terminating it, or for our own system terminating it, but I would say suspending it. He just came out with it, but without any reason.
But do we need a reason for retiring or suspending these things once you've reached your retirement age?
Once you reach retirement age, now I'm saying it's not only in Ghana here that this has been going on. I'm a youth of this country, and if I'm employed in the civil, I'll be very happy.
Okay.
There are many Ghanaians also. There are many graduates out there. Many graduates out there who also wants to be employed. Yeah. So if these people leaves office and then we replace them with the youth, it's a good idea.
Okay.
It's a very good idea, but you should also look into it very, very well.
Okay.
Yeah. At least if you also look into it very, very well. Some of these people, they just go. There are SNIT and other benefits. Home, they can enjoy it. I don't know if only where they were they were not paying, they were not paying, they were not contributing to SNIT or other things. Then fine. But if they have the SNIT, they are contributing to SNIT every monthly or whatever, then I think they can benefit or enjoy this retirement benefits from SNIT, and then they can survive on it. You don't have to work till 60. Now 2 years never found everybody. You've worked in the public service for me about 25 years or 20 years. That's 2 or 3 years now. What is it going to? What is it going to actually add or change? I don't think so. To me, is the right call. Okay. But it's not for reason because we want to employ more of the youth, because we want to do this. Then we move. Right now, the government has not. The employment issue is still an issue here. Because when the campaign was, it said almost about 2 million are unemployed, and then whatever the only job creation I've heard is the water guards. That's the only job that's available now. The only job available now is the water guards. The water guards. Okay. But in the budget, they allocated some money from this the big push, and that might also help. But I haven't seen it being commenced or being started.
Okay.
We are just waiting for it to get started. So we know how that one also go. Okay. But for now, the only job creation that I've seen about this government is the Blue Sea Initiative or the Blue Water Initiative.
Okay. And how is that one going to?
I don't know.
I
don't even know. I haven't seen even pictures of them in the mining sites or along the water bodies or something. I've not even seen any image of them working. I don't say maybe just for the boys. 9 months, some been to mom there. I don't know.
Okay. Have you seen anything?
It's almost a month that they passed out, right? Almost a month, and then they haven't been posted to their various water posts. Like I don't know if
I just feel like these people should be sent to go and be in charge of those that have located at places that they are not supposed to be with in terms of this flooding issue, rather than sending these people to go and do galamsey.
I always say those people who mine along the water bodies, some of them are terrorists too. There are some of them have weapons on. Some of them have weapons on them. It's not a joke. That the fighting it is not. It's not something like the water gas. I could not say water gas. But water gas. I don't know if even they were trained to even dodge bullets.
Who
is trained to dodge a bullet?
I don't even if you're trained to dodge bullets, then they should be trained to know how to shoot.
Because Fowl is there.
At least they should be trained to know how to shoot. Because these people that want to face are not people. Are not just normal people. Before somebody will have the intention to mine along water body.
It's not funny, like it's actually serious.
No, but
upon all the training, I'm going to make up active before you train you crying.
Before someone will try to mine along the water bodies, then that person has that person will also go for this weapons. He knows he's doing the wrong thing. In the first place. So the police can come, soldiers can come and attack them. So they also prepared.
They're also armed.
So you go there with this water gas and say they're going to
no, but upon all
they have invisible bullets.
Upon all the trainings that we give to our people, why did you choose
to dodge bullets?
No, it's
serious. You know, in the military and other things, when they're going, they listen to commands and other things. Lie, like they should lie down. They should, like they know.
Roll over.
They know all some of these things. They know some of this actually. Back when it's me, don't fast crime. But these people I don't know how they were trained, even how to shoot, how to even I don't, or even they'll be giving bulletproof garment or something. I don't know.
Bulletproof garment.
Some Arabia.
Hey, don't worry.
entire bulletproof system. I was some helmet. We have one bulletproof system. Maybe
me say they are invisible bombs. Invisible bombs. Like if they are bombs,
I'll just say it's a job for the boys.
Those have been loyal to the party.
Yeah, it's that job for the boys. Okay. At least let's almost want to grassroots for them. Baby mom, no, yeah, we should just do. Because this thing, if this how I want to fight Galamsey, then this Galamsey issue, I say more. Initially, the way we were talking about Galamsey issue when they were in the position, and now they're in power, everything has changed, and it's sad.
So why then? You let's just suppose it's changed as you say. Why is the opposition also not being loud about it?
But the Galamsey,
yeah, like because I think these parties need to.
This very very month end. We are going to have a demonstration.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's very very much ending.
Oh, this is exclusive. We've never heard of this.
They this like 26, 27, 28, 3 days continuously. They this 27, 28, 29. I'm not
against Galamsey.
Against Galamsey, yeah. So you expect this
really?
End of this month.
We are interested.
And who is
organizing it?
For the records, Okatachi FIFA.
Really?
And then it's not an MPP thing. It's not an MPP member. I've not seen him with any MPP membership card.
Okay.
I have mine.
Okay.
So I can say I'm an MPP member.
Yeah.
But I have not seen him with any MPP membership card.
Okay. So is it the same protests that we saw some people being arrested for last year? That under your government.
We are going to do a good protest. We are not going to take our police car keys and artists from. We are going to take car keys from police cars and artists. No, we are going to do a very peaceful one.
So that was what the protest was about. They just went.
You need to see Oliver taking out the key from a police car.
What was going on before he did that?
Before he took it, because
you go for a demonstration. You have been told that you have to use this route or this route or this route. Then you violate what you were told to do. The police will also not allow you to pass there. They've given you routes you should use. So if you try to challenge the police, maybe I'm you get it. You have a peaceful demonstration.
Okay.
We are still talking about the routes that you choose, and then you don't want to cause any chaos or do something that will affect the people we are going to fight for. Okay. This is what I'm saying. We are fighting for our own fellow Ghanaians.
Okay.
You get it. So we not do something that might affect the people that we think we are fighting for. No, we are not going to do something like that.
Okay.
The rules they give to us, we are going to those rules. A peaceful demonstration.
Okay.
No chaos, is nothing. No chaos, nothing. Just a peaceful one.
Just a peaceful one.
Yeah.
Okay. Essie, are you representing?
Oh, probably. Why not?
Galamsey is a fight.
You can just come and cover it. You can even come and cover it.
If only it's not going to be like that.
No. That's why I say we have a peaceful demonstration. No violence. No. If we are being told to use this route, that's the route we are going to use.
Okay.
But where we are going to end and present our how do you call it?
Your petition.
Your petition. You just make sure the route will lead us
right where you're supposed.
If you're going to give the ministry, we are not talking about it. We're not to the minister for the ministry or the minister commissioner or whatever or the presidency. We make sure we just get the right people. Then we just develop deliver our petition. Then we move. We disperse. That's it. A peaceful one.
Okay.
That's fine.
So that's against the fight of Galamsey.
That's against the illegal mining. Yeah.
For a party who is been in power for how many months?
8 years.
No. Do you know one thing? 4. This is not a party. No, it's not a party. We are doing it as Ghanaians.
Okay.
No, I understand you.
This not MPP. This is not an MPP doing Galamsey.
Okay.
The youth are rising to do the demonstration. This is not any MPP thing.
Okay.
Yeah, this Galamsey issue. We've heard that they've launched this China Ghana Mining Association or whatever inauguration. They inaugurated it recently, and then the president's brother went to greet that program. I was like, no. After it was being launched, the interior minister, Honorable Mutakamumbara, came out to say that when they arrest foreign. When they see foreign
illegal miners,
they'll just deport them. I was like, no.
What do you think we should be doing to these people?
We can prosecute them, and then even if they can't face the charges here, if they can't face the jail here, they can go continue and face it in their country. At least let's make something. But the same thing was said when Aisha Wan was being arrested. I remember if you remember Ashawan's issue.
Yeah.
The same a black card came, they made a whole lot of talks about this thing.
Yeah.
And then they are in government, and then they are about to do the same thing. Are we really serious?
Okay.
You get it? You get it? Yeah. The same thing said about Ashawan.
Yeah.
Now why wasn't she prosecuted here? If Ashawan, I think she was prosecuted here. Ashawan was prosecuted, but she didn't serve her jail term here. Her jail term here, then she was deported. If you got that one, I can't watch him.
You see, the thing is that
But
was she deported, or we just realized she wasn't here anymore?
She was deported. That was the news. She was deported.
Okay. And by the time we realized she was back into the country, mining again.
That's the problem. That's the problem. I was saying they will go and then come back. They will change identity and come back again.
Okay. So then the right thing is to prosecute and jail them here.
And jail them here.
Okay.
Do you get it? If you are really, if really, what they think the previous government was doing was wrong, and they are into the right thing, they should just change the narrative.
Yeah.
You get it? And then even during the campaign, one of his messages was that you arrest the campaigns. And then in Ghana here, we know most of the Chinese people are behind this Galamsey issue.
Yeah.
So if you tell us you arrest the campaigns, and then you give amnesty to those who have been jailed, the innocent ones.
Yeah.
And you know these Chinese people, most of them are the campaigns of Galamsey here.
Yeah.
Ashawan was labeled.
It's not only the Chinese people. We have
Ghanaians. No, I know we have Ghanaians, big men. But Ashawan was labeled as a Galamsey campaign or campaign or American. How they call it. And then she left. We still have now that they've landed this China, Ghana mine or whatever. I don't think Chinese will allow us to mine in that country.
No.
So who's going to benefit more?
But this thing has never happened before. We've never seen Ghanaians mining in anybody's country before. I don't think they should actually be there, because we have foreign companies mining in Ghana.
Yeah, we have foreign companies mining in Ghana. So we have foreign companies mining in Ghana. Yeah, they come in for nationality. But having this China, and then we know how Chinese, what they are doing to this illegal mining happens. Most of the videos you see on TikTok. Those doing the Galamsey, the illegal mining along the water bodies. Most of the videos you see on TikTok, you see Chinese
people there. Yeah. So you think that it's not a good call to even indulge with Chinese when it comes to mining?
They are rather going to benefit more. That the name is China Ghana, as if we can also kind of mine there, then they'll mine here, as if it's the partnership or something. Okay. No, they are rather come to mine here.
Okay.
We are not. And then after this thing, it's a whole lot. It's mention one campaign that they've arrested in Ghana here about Galamsey since they came to power.
I haven't.
But when they were in the position, they mentioned contact mining and other things.
Yeah. And they still haven't arrested anyone.
And not even anyone.
So you think that they were just lying their way to power?
That's it.
I'm tempted to side with him, because honestly speaking, this was your campaign message. And you come, we are here to see any action taken.
Yeah.
Yes. So you lied your way to power. You tell us you come, the people who just want something to eat are arrested, and the kingpins are roaming free. And then, so you arrest the kingpins and release these ones. And yes, so we are still arresting these ones rather. And we are here to hear any kingpin.
I haven't heard any kingpin be arrested.
No.
So if that would be, we've always like to Ghanaians to come to power. If it continues, it will worry.
Yeah.
If you want power, we should just tell them something that will make them happy, or that will make them believe us, then they vote for us, then when we come and do our own thing.
Yeah.
No. You get it? Back card, people don't believe. Like every day I say the number of people that vote, the population or the total voters, every day the number depreciates. Every election year then it should be a concern. It means the people of Ghana are losing confidence or trust in the politicians.
Yeah.
Before Abano coming to Babim, people are starting doing this thing, saying these things. No, they should know. We should raise an alarm.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, politicians. People are saying, I'm to Babim.
Yeah.
Abano coming to Bim. Whether in people then they say, I'll not vote. It means that they are losing confidence in both parties. And it should raise an alarm.
Okay.
As a politician, I'm worried. If I hear people saying I won't vote, I mostly feel like no, it shouldn't be so.
Sure.
You get it. At least you should have your say. You should choose the leader. So you don't say I won't vote. And then most of them, if you ask them, I don't trust them people in this. I don't trust them. So I won't vote.
Wow.
When they come, you will still face
the same
problem. The same problem you're facing.
Okay.
You get it. Yeah. And then we do this thing, the Galamsey issue. Last election, both parties were even afraid to touch this galamsey issue during the election year, during the campaign season. Most of I was saying many people about we saw people talking on behalf of this galamseyers.
Yeah.
From my party and then from the ADC also.
Party as well.
Do you get it? We are afraid to touch this galamsey issue.
Yeah.
I said, and then Organized Labour came in. People were coming in. Still, we are still afraid because one party was using it for politics. Another party also thinks, hey, if I go and touch it, I will lose the election. If that thing stops, I think right now they want to demolish some buildings in Accra. Now the rains wants to start. They want to demolish some buildings in
And we
Accra.
can actually see how the clouds.
Yeah, the cloud is, and the clouds are. Then if you start demolishing houses, people will start. You move feed them into we use everything. Like we do politics. We do politics with everything, and that's bad. We do politics with everything in this country. You get it. You go and start demolishing those buildings along the drainage or water bodies, or those buildings that are blocking the drainage. Then they will tell you if you demolish them, then I won't vote for you. Next election, we do politics, and then you see the opponent also say, "I am on dream." They don't think about you. Then we will do politics with it, and then we will still facing the problem.
Facing the same problem. So, what do you think in this case should be done? Like a radical measure?
Right, radical. You have task force in every assembly, local assembly. That goes around to tell people produce permit. They write on their buildings, produce permit
before you build.
But we don't know whether it's order from above or they take money from them, or we don't know.
Yeah.
There should be measures to control this thing. If you have an MC, and we just know that this particular building was mounted or was built during a time, and it is blocking the drainage, or it is disturbing where the water should even flow through, or it is blocking a road or something, you the MC should be charged.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's the permits and other things. You're in charge.
That's the one issue in
those permits. So you don't have to wait for government to waste money to demolish. But this thing that we're going to demolish, the government will waste money. It won't be free. Like you go for excavators or people that will ride it, that will move the excavators. You have to pay them. You get it. All of these things.
Demolishing them, you have to compensate
them. Yeah. So all of this.
But they're saying they are not going to compensate anyone who's.
People will start doing. You will be here. You start shouting. So if somebody's touching it, then I could say, Oslo. They'll be scared of touching it because they think it might affect them in next election. So we should just be careful of how we treat them. The same thing happened to Galamsey, and Galamsey has rise to this level. We do politics with this Galamsey. If you come, we allow you to mine. We allow you to mine. Then people say, okay, fine, let's vote for this person. It's bad.
Wow.
We are doing politics with everything in this country. We are doing politics with everything in this country, and it's very, very bad. I will not say single MPP or single MPP. Both parties. You do politics with everything. And it's bad. That's why most of the assemblies, they are afraid to touch certain things or to say certain things. The MCs and then the DCs and then the mayors, and they are afraid because hey, if you go and do it, me MP, if I try to do this, maybe I might lose the next election. Why don't I keep quiet and then? But we know that the person is doing the wrong thing. That we should just make sure the person does the right thing. But we are scared you might lose the election, so you keep quiet and allow that thing to go on.
Wow.
And it's very, very bad. It's very, very, very bad.
It's very bad, Dizzy.
Oh yes, it's very bad, and I think I've encountered that with one NADMO officer.
Wow.
With regards to the flood that happened recently, so we wanted to, interview him with regards to what's the main cause of the flood with that particular area. And we've spoken to those in that vicinity, and then they told us it was because of the bridge that was constructed. Bridge no man ni nti ama ahia ba be that bridge ni not more officer no nimpa, but he's like he can't bash the government. That was what he said.
He can't bash the government.
He said he can't bash the government because they are the people responsible to construct the bridge, and the bridge wasn't done properly. And then instead of you to say something on cash,
and the MCs, every assemblies also have engineers there. All the assemblies have engineers, so
every assembly has.
And then they just doing the bridge anyhow. The MC, there you just go and inspect. The MC, the DC, you're presenting the president in that municipal or that assembly or that district. So you should act like the president there. You have engineers there. They go around with these engineers. They will see they will just stand there with their helmets, their reflective jackets. They're monitoring it, and they'll just have some videos that some media houses come and interview them. You've seen this, you come and do it. You go distribute the same thing. Just to score political points.
He told us bluntly that he can't say that the bridge is actually a cause for the flooding.
All these people are part of the problem.
I remember when we were trying to move these onion sellers from the center of Accra to Kotoku and then some to Kaswa or whatever, the Gomwa area. They were shouting, if you take them out from the city, they won't vote. So it took both decisions from Equality, Honorable Equality, to do that action.
Okay.
Later on, he has to have several engagements with them.
Wow.
That we are not telling you to stop selling the onions, but the place that you are, you want to develop that area, then use it for another thing. The center of Accra, you can use the center of Accra for nice offices. That would Accra very nice. You get it. But bringing them, taking them, they think they might lose their customers.
Yeah.
But wherever you are,
people
once there's the onion market, Ghana knows like there's the onion market. People will still go there.
Sure.
Let's say Kantamanto. Sure. Once people know Kantamanto has been moved from the center of Accra to a certain area, people will still go there. People will still go there, so it won't change anything. But like
it's about the product, not the location.
But they'll still they still do politics with that. They want to sack us from there. We will not get our food to eat. If you sack us, we will vote for you. Everything in Ghana, we use everything in Ghana for politics, and that's bad.
That's bad. Okay.
That's bad.
Okay.
You fail to face the reality.
Well, and since we are on this issue of Galamsey and all this, our next topic actually touches on something like that. You see the LI, what's the number? 26.
Yeah.
Is it 2642? 2642. Yeah.
Which actually permits people. Has the capacity, the potential to grant licenses to people to mine in forest reserves. Some few weeks ago, we saw this government say that it is going to revoke that license, that LI.
That LI, give the president the power to give
license to people
to mine in the forest.
Yeah. He said he was going to revoke it so that no president will even be compelled or tempted to do it. It went to Parliament, they debated it, the minority caucus said they need more time to review it, so the majority should hold on. Now we've been hearing rumors that they are considering amending it rather than revoking it.
I'll say kudos to Honorable Finamakis. When they told them that they should just look into the matter, but they should come out with a proper listing. The speaker then was it Honorable Ahiafo, Bernard Ahiafo. It seems he chaired
that meeting.
That sitting, and he also accepted that they should just go and look through to the LI before they revoke it. Yeah. Now they've come out with that they are not revoking it anymore.
But they are amending
it. I would say the fact against Galamsey, after this China-Ghana this thing was launched, they've changed their mind. Even this China-Ghana this thing was launched, Ibrahim Mama shouldn't have been there.
Why?
Oh, like that the US, you made a scenario about this revocation. That if my brother comes to me, that I want to mine in this forest, will I allow him? And I'm the president. If I have the power, I can just give him a little. That okay, you can just mine. But if I've been the power taken out from me,
he won't even come to the first place.
So I would say after Ibrahim went there, I'm just giving a scenario. After Ibrahim went there, he went to graze that China-Ghana thing. Now the president come out with the U10 that they want to amend it. What's really going on? What's really going on? Now the Chinese are here to mine. This thing, the Chinese are here to mine, and then this good board issue also another factor.
But this Chinese Ghana mining thing, I mean, it's not touching on illegal mining.
You will say that's how it will be. That it's not going to touch on illegal mining. But the illegal mining, I say most of the videos you see on TikTok, most of the videos you see on X, most of the videos you see on this about illegal mining, Chinese. We usually see
the
Chinese
people.
citizens or the people in these videos. You get it? We see them in these videos. So you will launch it. They'll come and mine. They'll tell you you're mining here before you realize that people. They themselves who went for the license were not even there, but they will let the people mine through the forest and then destroy many things.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to revoke it. I was here. Peter was very happy with it. Yeah, Peter was happy with it. That will help stop illegal mining.
Yeah.
Now we don't know what has changed. I wanted to know his stance on this also about the he trying not to revoke it to amend it now. I would like that's why I asked, is he coming?
Because he wanted to roast him.
No, I didn't want to, but I wanted to.
You wanted to hear what you have to say
about it.
Next week when you guys appear here, you ask him. I'll give you the platform to ask him.
Do you know one thing? You know one thing? When the government and the communicator, and easy. Yesterday I was at Dutch FM. When you're in government and the communicator, when you're in government, you have to defend everything. You have to defend, whether good or bad, you have to defend. And that's one bad thing. When you're in government, you have to defend everything. So now that's why I say I wanted to know his stance on this issue. Is he going to defend it again? What is he going to say again? It's not easy. After this Galamsey fight, the president is not being honest to us. We should be honest. The president is not being. He's doing us a great disservice. This Galamsey issue. How he talked about this Galamsey issue? He even said that the president should, when the United Labour told the president government to call for a state of emergency.
Yeah.
They were backing the organized labor. We have some neutrals. Today they have appointments. Professor Kobe.
Yeah.
Today he says he's focusing on his job.
His tourism thing.
Yeah, because today. But I don't know when this was in the position, he wasn't focusing on teaching the students. For that one, he wasn't focusing on doing his job as a lecturer. No, he wasn't doing that. But for now, he thinks he's eating, so he can't talk anymore. You get it? Now, these so-called neutrals are all quiet now.
Compromised.
Yeah, quiet now. And it's bad. They should just talk like the way they were talking. They should just be like the way they were bashing the people's government about Galamsey. Because Galamsey, when I talk about this guest sport, me and I'm here, it will affect me. Yeah, it will affect you. Yeah. Last election, I had a chance to talk with this about Mia's bus. Yeah. Okay. So we went to Cape Takrady. After Takrady, the president went to Hafasni. Is that Hafasni to launch? Is it the Ghana Petroleum Hub or something? Yeah. At Hafasni. Yeah. I went there with the president convoy. I was in one of the cars. Okay. I had a privilege to join one of the convoy. When we were coming, I stopped around Ankobra, where it joins the sea. I stopped there, and I was very sad. I stood there for some time.
You saw the.
I saw the river coming, and then the river coming, the color of the river, and then the color of the sea. You can differentiate it clearly. The river is very, 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 very brown. Wow. Brownish in color. You can differentiate it, and even joining the sea, difference maybe. Wow. So I was very, very sad. I made a video about it, talking about Galamsey, how it's affecting. I made a video about it. The video I shared it. Yeah. So I was like, it shouldn't be my party. I don't care if my party is in power. But this Galamsey issue is a threat to all of us. Yeah. But the way this government is treating Galamsey, how he promised to fight the Galamsey and how he's treating it now is different.
Very, very different.
Very, 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 very different. It's like I don't know if because they are bringing the good board, that's why they're not able to speak about this Galamsey issue. I don't know. Okay. Because the good board, they say they'll be able to export about 3 million tons of gold per week from small scale miners. But that one does not include the big mining companies.
Oh really?
On the floor of parliament, that's what the finance minister said. Okay. From the small scale miners. And then if you're going to get this gold from small scale miners, then you can't stop people from mining. If you're not just a month or 2 weeks or per fortnight per week, every week you have to get it constantly, every week. So how are you going to stop the Galamsey? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Wow. If you're going to get this tons of gold per week from the small scale miners, then the fighting of Galamsey is not going to be an easy thing. Even if it was like per fortnight or per something, like we might know that at least better test we regulate it so that at least by per week it's not going to be easy. The good board issue is a very good initiative, but if only the money that they're going to get to be channeled into developing the nation, it will be good.
Okay.
Well, the number of good they're going to get, the number of they're going to export, and better.
Yeah. Okay. So we just hope that. What has been your expectations
about
this gold board?
This gold board.
Yeah.
About the big mining companies. I read about the gold board. I'm having about 60 pages. That they present the bill that they present to Parliament.
Yeah.
It's about 60 pages. I've read the bill, and the mining companies. They were saying the mining companies they will take some from them, not all, a certain percentage, and then that percentage for that taking. I think the mining companies are still going to benefit, and then we the Ghanaian citizens are rather going to suffer.
How do we suffer in this?
No, if the mining companies are rather going to be able to export yes, and then give the government a smaller part. So why we the citizens also can't be able to export ours? The mining companies, most of them are foreigners. Most of the mining companies, they are foreigners. If they are going to be able to export and then make money out of it, if the gold board issue, if the mining companies, if they know, like if they sell to the government, they'll get the same money that they're going to sell outside, or the same value that they're going to sell outside. Like I think like they just sell to the government and be free, without having any exporting them or transporting them with other means to waste money or to lose money. They just sell to the government and be free. Meaning the value that they are going to buy from these small scale miners and the value they are going to sell it, there will be some difference.
Okay.
And the refinery, we should revive the refinery first.
Okay.
So even the good before we send the good, but even in the during the budget reading, it didn't say they refine the good. They just transport the small those tons per week and the but at least if you refine them, you can get some value. We can add some value to it.
Okay.
Before we can sell them.
Okay.
Then to make a lot of money. But to me, if they will channel those revenue they're going to get from the gold board into this country back, it's a good idea.
Okay.
To be a good idea.
Wow. Lizzie?
Yeah.
Anything you have to say?
And so, with regards to them amending, he was supposed to
revoke it.
Yeah. But he's now amending. What do you think could have influenced his decision?
I mean, I would say that China Ghana mining system.
Yes.
Yeah. After they launched that thing.
Do you think they are going to grant license to Chinese people to
mine
the forest?
Our forest reserves?
They will do.
Wow.
They will tell you they have regulations. They give them some regulations or some rules or some that's what they will tell us.
They will tell us, okay.
But they will do.
Okay.
They will do.
Okay. That's fight. Well,
they'll tell you right now they're going to fight. They'll not mine along the rivers, but they'll mine in the forest. And when they are done, they will plant the trees.
Okay.
That's what they'll tell you.
Okay.
But some of the trees that they're in the forest, how many years will it take? Like if you have some big trees after years.
Yeah.
So older than our parents and other things. Yeah. To get such trees again, to take another years.
Yeah.
And then this we should talk about climate change and other things too. When these trees go down, the climate effects, the effects on climate change in the country.
Yeah.
You think about all of these
things. Okay.
It's not going to be an easy thing. Yeah.
Okay. We are going to touch on the last topic, but I hope you've been enjoying the conversation. Stay tuned with us on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This Ghana Talks Radio. I don't know how the weather is at your end, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling the weather today at my end. That's how I want the weather to be.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not easy for some people.
Abu Chaba Ghana.
It's not easy for some people when the weather is like this.
It's like this.
When it happens like they are scared.
Meaning
they have to pack their things out. It's only 2 years.
Oh, yeah, some more.
Hey.
Some of these things, that's why some of these things, if you prevent people from building
in the
drainage areas, this thing like
it
even if it forms cloudy, like you won't be scared.
Yeah.
You get it?
I know people are at their workplace and they are scared. They'll be like,
Yeah.
and so you told the NSM make coffee. May God have mercy on us. But God, please, it doesn't mean you shouldn't rain. There is too much heat in the world. Please rain for us.
No, it should rain at least.
The dust is too much. The heat is too much. Like too much.
Yesterday the sun.
And then too much when there's rainfall to food crops also.
Yeah,
so,
it goes well. Yeah,
It's good for agriculture.
Yeah. So God, look at the positives, eh? We beg you.
There's a positive outweighs the negative.
Oh, it does. It does.
If not in Accra here, Accra is choked. That's one of the reasons why when it was in Accra.
Yeah.
It floods and all
But
that.
yeah, Accra is choked.
Very, very true.
But in other areas,
There's nothing like
in my
that.
hometown, like when it forms cloudy, nobody gets scared.
You're crying, Yaji. Which now be putting so now wave knows a year.
Nobody gets scared. You get it? When it's from cloudy, you say, you never be there, the body, you know. You get it?
Start here, say, near started drinking. And if you had a crab, it's my could you brew. Why am I on fire?
But in Accra here, there, when it forms cloudy, then people start.
They're crying, they're
Crying.
crying and all that.
And especially those who also sell along the
You
roadsides.
can't go to town. It makes it difficult.
Those who sell along the roadsides, like the hawkers.
Yeah.
When it creates like this, almost also no. But they sell in traffics.
Yeah.
They can't be in the rain and be selling.
Selling.
Yeah, so almost also affect you Accra.
Hey, I say more. Hey, I say. But we are not watching. So don't talk.
Oh, it should rain. It should rain. We need the rain.
Yeah.
We need the rain.
Well, touching on our last topic is the road minister, the transport minister, again
Assembly
has come out to say that the regularization of the Okada business is going to come with some restrictions. And some of these restrictions are that you are supposed to be 25 years and above,
I have them here.
and you have to be an association, an associate
Okay, so let me
of the
read.
Okada. Okay, yeah, read it
So
for us.
legislation of Okada
Yeah.
must be at least 25 years old, must possess a valid national ID, must have a commercial rider's license issued by DVLA, must pass a preference test including oral, theory and eye exams, must undergo training and be assigned a unique yellow license plate, must wear a certified protective helmet with a unique number, must provide a helmet for passengers, must obey all traffic laws and speed regulations.
So that is the regulations, rules and regulations.
Rules and
that
regulations for
comes with
Okada.
the Okada thing. I was trying to get one of their coordinators, the Okada Association coordinators, but he hasn't been reachable since last night. So
Okay.
this morning I've tried him twice again, but I mean during the course of the week we'll definitely get in touch with him. But before that, Paul, what do you have to say about this?
This issue about Okada, the Okada issue, he used this for his campaign in 2016, 2016, 2020, 2024.
Yeah.
It was just to lure the Okada riders to vote for him.
Really?
Now, right now, if you ask the Okada riders about this particular thing, majority of them,
They're not happy.
if they knew this is how it was going to be, like, don't vote for John Mahama. Don't vote for him. If they knew this was how it was going to be, like majority of them wouldn't have voted for Mahama.
Wow.
Yeah. One. Now, currently in Ghana here, if you're operating a crime business, definitely the police will stop you if you're not wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Definitely, if your passenger, if your passenger is not wearing a helmet, the police will also stop you.
Yeah.
If you don't have a license, the police will stop you. If you don't have a roadworthy, if you haven't renewed your roadworthy, the police will stop you. If you don't have an insurance, a policy covering the motor, other third party, a comprehensive, whatever, the police will still stop you. Some of these things are already in existence.
Okay.
Now, what are they bringing you? It'll be business. They're saying they'll bring helmets, specific helmets. That helmet is somebody's business. Do you get it? That helmet, maybe even the price that they might sell it to you at the DVLA. I don't know whether if you go and register your motor, it will be compulsory for you to get that helmet also at the DVLA. If not, then I think it's not going to be effective.
Okay.
So if you register a motor and want to make it comprehensive, they give you a different number plate. They are saying a yellow plate. So now meaning all the riders here have motorbikes with a blue plate will have to go back for registration or what? Do you get it? Yeah. The Okada business, I was like, the people are riding the Okada. What if somebody picks me and I'm sitting behind him and I tell him it's no operator Okada, I'm his brother. You are going to see our uncle over here. How would the police even know? Because I'm wearing a helmet. If I sit on Okada, I take a helmet. I take a helmet and then I wear it, and I make sure the rider also wears his helmet before we move. The police will stop the rider. Let me see your license. Even we that we drive cars. Yeah. Police can stop you. I don't have to ride a motorbike. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Drive cars. The police will stop you and ask you of your license, or ask you of your insurance, or roadworthy and other things. You get it. The same. They apply the same thing to the motorbike riders. Yeah. The same thing applies to them. So what are the only difference is that they are going to let them have a different number plate. Join a cooperative or something. And even in the cooperative, what was saying, if you want to get a cooperative, the individual or the company or association should have about 50 fleets of motorbikes. And that's very, very bad. Should have about 50 fleets. Now if I want to start having Okada, to do Okada business, about 50 fleets of motorbikes before I can register my own association under the Company Act, the Ghana Company Act. I have to have about 50 fleets of motorbikes before I can register my company under the Company Act, the Ghana Company Act. That's very bad. If you ask most of the kind of people, they'll tell you this thing that they are bringing is going to disturb them. And then they're saying about also you have to have bikes in about 8 administrative regions.
Is that also in there?
Oh, I've read the whole lesson.
Oh, okay.
About 8 administrative regions. I don't know. The meeting was between the head of roads and transport, the ministry, the DVLA, the CEO of DVLA.
But is that regulation going for the riders or the business owners? You know, we have people who have bought 10 bikes and giving to.
We have people also. Most of the kind of riders I know. Yeah. Some of them they themselves make sure they grasp more money. Then they buy the motorbike. Then they use it themselves to feed their family and other things. Now you are telling them that they have to have about 50 fleets. Even if I have 10 fleets, I can't register my company. It means I have to partnership with someone. You have to come together before you can register this thing. If you ask people are not happy about this. Okay. I think if they know that this is how it was going to be, they wouldn't have even voted for John Mahama about this Okada issue. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if they know this is how it was going to be. Certain time when we are doing campaign, we should come out with specific things that we are saying. I will get Okada. If I come Okada, I will do it this and that. Yeah. So that the people there will know that yes, this is how you want to do it. If it is good for us, then we join. But you make it just a plain statement, or just we just say it just plain, and or I don't have to put it like just say just like I can't try because before you can't sit down, then you have to do it. Later on, the people that they have trust in you are going to suffer because this thing that they're coming, it will come with another revenue issue. Because once you have the company, you have to pay taxes. Okay. You get it? Once you register a company, you pay tax.
Yeah.
Right now, my where I stay, we have DVLA close to my area. We have a DVLA very close to my area. People come there to register their motorbikes. Mostly they come there individually. Okay. One person can just try hard and get money, buy one motorbike, and then you start using Okada for yourself to feed this family. MPP wasn't banning Okada. MPP didn't ban Okada. People were riding their motorbike, but we were just making sure that you have your license. The police will stop you. You have your license, your insurance, roadworthy, you are wearing your helmet. Everything is just intact. We were just not disturbing them. Even if you're a driver driving a taxi or driving a commercial distance, if you're your private car, police will still stop you for driver's license to check the insurance and roadworthy. It's something that is there already. Okay. So I was like, what is it come to add to Okada?
Okay.
They said they will provide uniforms. Usually the company that if you register a company, you have to provide a specific uniform for the company.
Okay.
Some of these things that you are doing, the helmet in particular, the helmet, that the helmet will have numbers. The helmet is someone's business.
Okay. So you think that all what they are doing is just trying to create revenue?
I'll say John Mahama has disappointed Okada riders.
Okay. That's all you have to say about this.
He has disappointed the Okada riders. Was said if you call two or three of them, if you call two or three of them, they are not happy about this thing. Okay. Yesterday I showed one guy, an NDC guy in my area. I was like, so that this is what the president is saying about the Okada
rider.
I was like, is saying this is how it's going to be. You get it? This how it's going to be. So we are all. Then they will have unique number plates.
Okay.
They'll have unique number plates. They say yellow number plates.
But have you looked at it from the place of safety and security?
The safety and security. Already, if you don't wear a helmet, the police will stop you.
Okay.
The police will charge you for not wearing helmet.
Okay.
Or if you don't have your insurance and other things. What the safety? What are they bringing? The safety. What are they bringing? The safety thing. I don't know. The safety thing they bring. Are they going to wear them some metal clothes that when they fall and don't die? The speed limit, the speed limit and other things, the speed limit and other things. The rider himself, when I'm on the bike,
we live for today.
No, when I'm on the bike,
metal clothes. Initially, he said bulletproof garment.
When I'm on the bike, I mostly instruct the rider to move according to how I want.
How you want it.
And I don't know if other people also do the same thing.
Yeah, I do that. Sure.
If I ride at the top speed, I told you, Master, I'm not going anywhere. Just relax. Just relax. You get it, yeah. So that's how the speed limit and that is.
Is really enjoying this. So
you yourself, you should know yourself that you're a passenger.
Yeah.
You can instruct the rider on how you want it. If you want him to move at top speed, so that one there, I also request for a helmet myself personally. I have to take a helmet and wear for my own safety. So when the safety is there already, the police are already ensuring this already.
Okay.
And you the rider, you the passenger also, you make sure your safety is also what important to you.
Important. Okay.
Yeah. So for that one, I think they're just coming to just tell the kind of business.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Okay, all right. This is where we will be drawing the curtains for the midday show of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. I hope you enjoy the show. But Paul, before we leave, anything you have to say to your audience or anyone?
Let me just greet Commander Michael Sebwatson, Pope. He's the incoming national youth organizer for the NPP.
Oh, okay.
The incoming national youth organizer.
Okay.
He's working very hard. He has been through all the ranks. And also, let me say good morning to Commander Prince Obin, Greater Accra Regional organizer.
Okay.
Yeah. He has more experience. Okay. So far, he's among the executives in the region. He's the one who has been kept long in the region.
Okay.
He's the only one who also been able to win an election for the region before.
Okay.
Yeah. So Commander Prince Obin, whoever he is, very special good morning to him.
Okay.
And also to my family head, my Busa Penny, because Easter I'll be going to my hometown. So yeah. So let me. The family head of the Eduana clan, Eduana and Mefi clan of Ko Obo. Special good morning to him, and also to my mother, Ma Janet, the hairdresser in Koko Old Station.
Okay.
Also a special good morning to her.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that was it from Paul Amakon, the NPP's communicator, our usual guest on our show every Wednesday. Before we leave you, we have a surprise call to make to someone. We are wishing her a happy birthday from her fiancé. They will be getting married very soon. She doesn't know this call is coming. She wouldn't even know she's on air. So we are going to surprise her.
Beyonce.
Attacking the blessings.
Amen.
30 days. You put your body on me, spend my money.
Hello. Well, okay. She hasn't picked up yet, but we hope she picks up. And they are water.
Oh, nice.
Senya, a brandy doggy, me won't be cried.
I forget Sana.
I don't know if the lady also loves him that much, but you know.
You don't know what.
If the lady loves him the same way.
Hey.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah. Hello. Yes. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Me, I don't know, but if I see men who, you know,
into women,
yeah, like rough,
they
like
love
that.
their women.
Why should you do that?
Hello.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Please, am I speaking to Linda Ofusua?
Yes, please.
Okay. Miss Linda, how are you?
Please, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. We have a message for you. Someone left a message for you, for me to tell you.
Okay.
He says that you are the love of his life.
Okay.
He loves you so much.
Okay.
And he prays that God grants you all your heart's desires.
Okay.
Also, he says, if everything goes as planned, he will make sure that you will become the mother of all his kids.
Okay.
And before he met you, he never thought that he would ever commit to a woman. But
Okay.
after meeting you, you've changed his mind. And so, in all this, he wants to leave it with a happy, beautiful birthday.
Thank you.
May you grow in wisdom.
Amen.
May you grow in favor.
Amen.
And may you grow in more love for him than he even loves you.
Amen.
Amen. Now, can you mention this person's name?
Okay. His name is Edward, but I normally call him Kwame.
Wow. Wow. I'm surprised. Because this message is not actually coming from Edward or Kwame.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's coming from who?
Okay, he's actually coming from a man popularly known as Sherman. He's an immigration officer, and he's called Edward Asafueji, also called Kwame. So yes, Mami Fusua, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Edward says he loves you so much.
I love him too.
I
always thank God.
request for anywhere you want to go tonight, we'll be taking you there. So that's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So where do you want to go?
Okay. That one there. I'm not good at that too.
Don't worry. Don't go anywhere.
You help me.
I should help you. I should help you.
Yeah, help me.
Tell him you want to go to KFK.
KFK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not KFC, KFK.
KFK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah, you love the place.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. But then any plans for a party? You won't even invite me to your party.
Okay, I will. Please, your name.
Okay, my name is Pakwe Siomare, and you are actually on air on Ghana Talks Radio. Everyone is listening to you in Ghana and even abroad. Yes, so yeah. Edward is celebrating you all across the world. Everyone is listening to you. My producer here is happy. My co-hostess says she wants to say something. So, Izzy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Miss. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
On this
Thank
faithful
you.
day, we pray for more blessings, more
Amen.
money, and good health.
Amen.
We pray that you grow in love and may you continue to love the same man forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Sure,
Please
sure.
thank him for me.
Right.
I really appreciate whatever he has been doing for me since
Sure.
he left. He
Sure.
has really changed so many things in my life. So I use this platform to tell him, Kwame, I really love you so much.
Wow.
And as I always tell you, we are just hoping and praying things work for us.
Yeah.
So that God makes a greater way for both of us. So that we'll be happy forever.
Amen.
Aw.
Happy ever after.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
very
you.
soon you'll see me too. I'm one of his closest friends, and
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely going to be
Okay.
the best man. So don't worry.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
All right. So enjoy the rest of your day, and
All right.
Kwame
All right,
loves you.
thank you.
Okay.
I love you too.
Okay. Bye bye. So that was Mame Fosua. She's celebrating her birthday today. Linda Fosua, popularly known, and she's a student of CAF University as well.
Oh, nice.
She's an entrepreneur.
Oh,
A very nice, beautiful lady. And the Kwame in question is actually my bosom friend. We go way back. If I need 10 CDs right now, he's the one I'll call. I'm not ashamed to ask him for anything. He's a very good person.
Yeah.
He's found a very good lady, and he wants to celebrate her. And so, yes, Linda, once again to you, Kwame says he loves you. He wants you to know that he loves you. He might not be able to express it as you might want it to be, but he really loves you. And today he's celebrating you all across the face of the earth because you are alive and celebrated on GhanaTalks Radio. We are live in Ghana, we are live in UK, in US, in Asia, in Europe, in America, in wherever. It is Kwame celebrating you on your special day. Happy birthday, Linda Ofusua. God bless you. And yeah, this is where we'll be drawing the curtains today. Yesterday, Arsenal won. They beat Real Madrid. Now I can say it. Whatever my producer wants to do, he can do it. In fact, my manager is an Arsenal fan. Hey, if I can't say producer no do me mic no. So yes, this is where we draw the curtains for the show. We'll be coming your way. We'll be coming your way same time tomorrow. Make do well to stay tuned with us tomorrow. The rest of the show is still coming your way. DJ Cham will be coming very soon. DJ Rock will be coming very soon with some soothing music. Looking at the weather, and they do a R&B. Now the four no more fear no. Bako de native to bako koko swana, you know. So yes, we'll be leaving you here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.